And hello, everyone. Welcome to another game here. So part of the Jasper's Game Day. And are you sure you want to do that's New Year, Mentally Healthier You? We're trying to break down those stigmas around mental health and trying to provide resources to all those young teens out there to help prevent suicide and aid in mental health and awareness. Just as another announcement to get out of the way here before we jump in, I'm going to turn this music into something else, I think. Let's do that, and let's turn that down. Okay. Ambassador for Jasper's Game Day, Talon Claw, is giving away one Siege DM screen to the person who donates the most in one singular donation today. The winner will be chosen and contacted in the next 24 hours, so make sure that you guys are all aware of that. And yeah, let's get those donations going. There are plenty of awesome rewards for the donations. If you use the link down in the chat is gonna kind of appear. You'll see it over the course of our game. Make sure you use that link that is gonna appear in the chat for your donations. And unless we can say hi to our players here. We've got Brooks, which I think many people already know of. That's been in a couple. I think you've been in a couple games already, right?
I've been in one game so far. I'll be playing Brody tonight. That's Michael Brooks VO, otherwise known as the Nightbot.
All right, the Nightbot. Then we got Fell over here playing Atomic the Fireball.
Hi, I guess I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this point. I'm Fel the Leb, or at least I am on Twitter and on YouTube. I make D&D content, and this is my first game, and I am not the Nightbot. I don't know if there's anything else I need to add.
No, I think you're good there.
All right, nailed it.
Awesome, nice job. And then Gage is going to be playing Donuts. If you want to introduce yourself there, Gage.
Hello, everybody. My name's Gage. I've been playing D&D now for almost 4 years. This is my first game for this event, and I am super excited to be here.
Awesome, I like it. And then Smitty.
Yeah.
Playing Indiana Scones.
Indiana Scones. That's Dr. Indiana Scones. It's at PB Smitty on Twitter, where I stream a bunch on different channels, mostly Tuesday nights on Geek Attack. Very excited to be here. I think this is my third stream of the weekend, so Let's get those donations in, folks.
Awesome. And I'm Howie. I will be your candy master tonight. That is at the BlueCollarDM. YouTube, Twitter, you can find all that stuff, but let's get into it. Looks like we already have a donation in here, so we'll set the scene here before you guys even get a chance to do anything.
That's you, Raven Queen.
Welcome one and all to the fantastical kingdom of confectionery. Your group, collectively known as the Sour Patch Kids, have been enlisted by King Confectionery to seek out and recover an ancient magical artifact known as the Sweet Roll from the clutches of the evil Baron Butterscotch and his evil hard candy minions. The Baron was last seen making off with the Sweet Roll in his castle on the other side of the treacherous Rocky Road Mountains, on the other side of the Candy Cane Forest, in the heart of the Maple Syrup Swamp. With the power of the Sweet Roll being stolen, magic in the world has become extremely unstable. Otherworldly patrons have been destabilizing the world, which may or may not provide possible aid or hindrance to you and your companions. With that said, Brody, introduce yourself to the group.
Oh, dude. I'm like Brody. About, I guess, like 7 feet tall and stuff. And I'm a big furball dude. And like, I'm kind of tie-dye colored dude. And, I just want to chill. I'm a big furball druid that, I just want to chill out. But everybody keeps bringing this stuff to me that they need me to go and like do things and now we got to go this Sweet Roll stuff. And these people always want help.
Speaking of which, as you're kind of introducing yourself to the rest of the group and the ominous voice that you hear in the distance, 5 marshmallow peeps of varying colors sprout out and all of a sudden just start pecking at your shins. They don't hurt or do damage, but they are quite annoying.
Come on. Oh, why do I have to deal with this garbage. I'll just create a bonfire under them.
Okay, and with that bonfire, you slowly see these little poor, harmless marshmallow peeps slowly melt and fizzle down and away. Already.
And then I go, whoa. Has anybody got chocolate?
Turning
That looks good.
turning to you, Atomic Fireball, as these peeps begin to clear away, it actually gives you the opportunity to introduce yourself to the rest of the group.
So as Brody turns, looks over to his right and asks if anyone's got any chocolate, he turns and he sees Atomic, who's actually sitting on his shoulder. Atomic is a small, bright red goblin. He's got a large cinnamon stick axe, and he says, "Come on, big guy, let me down. I just want to get a little bit of this. Let me see."
Dude, I asked you not to do that.
I go, "Huh," and I hop down from his shoulder, and I go over to, I walk directly into the bonfire, and I pull up a little bit of the marshmallow, take a little taste. I think we're getting very close. It's got to be that way. And I point in a random direction, for I do not know if we are actually going into the right direction.
It's at this point that Dr. Indiana Scones speaks up and corrects the small goblin man.
No, that's not right at all. I've just come in from teaching my day job. I teach a class on peppermint archaeology at Marshmallow College. I've, however, changed out of my suit, put on my adventuring clothes, and attached my licorice whip to my side. I'm ready to go.
Awesome. And then bringing up the rear, we have a man who needs no introduction, the world infamous Donuts.
Yes, of course. And Dr. Scones, I'm glad at least someone's ready. I am Donuts, a halfling bard. I used to be part of a rough gang in my younger days. And Dr. Scones kind of whipped me into shape, told me I need to go to college. He said there was better ways of making dough than being in a gang. So, but I kept the uniform. You know, I enjoy the big pink swirly afro and the pleated leather armor that was the Cupcake Gang. But besides that, I have my amazing drum set and my magical cowbell, because I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell and chocolate milk.
Cowbell. And as he walks up, I go, "Hey, D.
Hey, Brody.
I'm glad D's here." D's.
Yeah.
Getting right to it.
As you all stand out in front of you, as you guys stand in front of the castle of Kingdom Confectionery, you see beyond you a very large, wide expanse of various sharp, almost angular, spiraling peppermint candy canes that kind of gradually thicken in front of you as the infamous peppermint candy cane forest is out in front of you. You know that on the other side of this forest rests the Rocky Road Mountains, which is between you and the eventual Butterscotch Barracks that Baron Butterscotch resides in. You know that this particular forest is very dangerous, very treacherous, and protected by a number of different beasts. It is some point in midday as you begin to make your way through. The sun is, at this point, starting to set, with the two moons finally rising, which is per normal, as there's always a light moon and a dark moon that comes up into the sky at this time of night. One oddly looks like it's been eaten out of, which you know is the result of the god who resides over the skies has an appetite for anything. There used to be more moons, but they've slowly been eaten away over time. This is it's a malevolent god, but he doesn't seem to harm you, but slowly but surely the night sky has become darker over time. With that said, Sour Patch Kids, What would you like to do?
So, Dr. Scones, you gotta help me. You're the one who's the professor in peppermint barkology. I'm just gonna assume that it's gonna be fine if we walk through the peppermint forest. I've never really had any problems myself going through it.
It should be fine, but doesn't mean we can't be careful all the same. You never know what's going to pop out. I think we should be on our guard.
Okay. That means, Brody, are you going to can I ride on your shoulder for just a little bit more longer, Brody?
It's fine if you tell me.
I'm telling you now I would like to ride on your shoulder.
Just remind me every now and then that you're there.
How would you prefer I do that? A little tap on the head, or?
Well, maybe just say something, because if you tap me on the head, I might look up or the wrong way.
What about a safe word? We could have a sort of a safe word to remind you that I am on your shoulder.
How about toffee?
Toffee.
Because you're like on top of him, toffee.
Top.
Mr. Nuts has a pretty good point there. I could go with toffee, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
scramble up his large frame and just sort of sit on his shoulder.
I'm gonna lay my hand on Doe's shoulder and say, keep up the good work you've been doing at the university, and someday it'll be Dr. Nuts.
Oh, that's.
It would be Dr. D's nuts.
Oh. You flatter me, Doctor. You flatter me. I'm just trying to pass right now.
Well, keep it up. Shall we?
Indy, is there anything in the forest that would potentially attack our hearts?
Our hearts?
Yes, so do we need to cover our hearts, Indy? Indy, cover your heart.
Coffee.
Oh Nam Shivai, oh Nam Shivai.
Yep.
I think the best thing to do is just get started. Let's begin the hike. I will try to keep the cowbell to a minimum.
You keep the cowbell to a minimum. As you begin to keep walking forward, who's leading this charge into the forest?
I'll go first.
All right, Indiana Scones. If you don't mind, first roll of the night. Can you give me a survival check, please?
Sure. It's an 11. Setting the tone.
Awesome. As you begin to venture forth into the thick candy cane forest, you begin to smell the scent of almost caramelized sugar. It's sweet and intoxicating and draws you closer.
Well, I want to find out if I can eat it.
Yeah, I'm also smelling that. I'm toffee, by the way. I am also think that would sounds like a good idea to me. Brody, onward to the smell.
You come to a small clearing, a small shack, almost hidden by this deep candy cane wood. Approaching what appears to be a small cottage, you see that it's constructed almost entirely of candy, per the world. The exterior appears to be constructed of icing and gingerbread, gumdrops and lollipops planted in beds in front of the house, with candy canes making up exterior details of this small home. A chimney at the top made with what can be described as a collection of red vines, creating a small circle to allow the aromas of caramel and roasted meats from the interior.
Well, they made the chimney out of red vines because nobody likes that crap.
More of a toffee. I'm more of a Twizzler guy myself as well, Brody. Can we say that on? I don't know if we can say brand names.
This stream is brought to you by.
Per the world being made of candy, I think the thing that is enticing me the most is the smell of those meats. I mean, should the smell of just candy intrigue me, I would be intrigued most of the time because, again, we are kind of in a world made of candy.
It's at this
a lot of words.
It's at this point, Indiana Scones, you feel this sudden rush of mystical energy swirl around you. Your heart begins beating faster and faster, almost as if you had a rush of sugar rush through your bloodstream. For the
Noxious flare.
For the next 15 days, you are immune from being intoxicated by alcohol.
How am I going to get through this?
Indy, what's going on over there?
I pull out my my flask, and I'm like, oh, it's not liquor, it's liquor-ish. I pour it out. I'm like, I'm gonna need something else.
This is a travesty.
Shall we go in?
We should at least knock on the door. There's savory and sweet smells. Say hello.
Maybe we should take a look around.
Good idea, Brody. I'll go left, you go right.
Okay.
I'll go right as well. I'm Toffee. I'm on you, Brody. So we're gonna.
Okay. Do you want me to throw you on top of the roof?
I don't know, Indy. Do you think that's a?
I'm already on the other side.
Oh, well.
See ya. I'm gonna follow Dr. Scones.
Well, Brody, the de facto voice of reason is no longer with us. I think it's perfectly reasonable for you to throw me on top of the roof. I could get a better view from up there. So sure.
So yeah, I'm gonna throw the fireball on top of the roof.
Okay. Go ahead and both of you go ahead and make athletics checks.
Because I have a -1 strength.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Athletics.
Yes.
18.
0.
Well, despite his best attempts, Brody, you attempt to grab Atomic, the fireball, and begin to spin around almost in a whirling dervish and attempt to throw him up, only then realizing, you forgot you threw out your shoulder last week, and it is at this point that your shoulder actually dislocates, and you pop it back in. Atomic, you springboard off of this.
Well, I am 7 feet tall, so I could probably just push him up there.
I was going to say, luckily, this is only a one-story home, so regardless of the help that Brody attempts to give you, Atomic, you were able to clutch onto the sides of the gutters that are held together by some additional gun drops that are on the edge, and you're able to hoist yourself up onto the roof.
I'm gonna kind of scamper up and see if I can, like, I don't know if there would be some sort of like glass candy moonlight into this cabin, but I'm gonna try and look around and see if I can get a vantage point on anything that may be suspicious.
Absolutely, there is, and you actually see from this particular vantage point, you can see down into the home. Inside, you see an interior just as lavish and decorated as the exterior. Potted lollipops dot the different windowsills here inside, and in the center of the room is a rather large, seemingly cast iron cauldron with a fire underneath. Inside the cauldron, you see is some little bubbles. Just other than that, that's all you can see. The cauldron is situated in front of what appears to be the fireplace that then rises up into this red vine chimney.
And there doesn't appear to be anyone in, from what I can see, in there?
Not from your vantage point from where you are right now, no.
I'm gonna go over to turn, because Indiana and Donuts went the other way, so I'm just gonna kind of lift over the top of the shackled roof and say, it's okay, there's nobody in there. There's just some like soup cook. I'm up here, by the way. You didn't tell us not to throw me on the roof. So I got thrown on the roof.
That's a thing I have to tell you?
Huh? Well,
I
just thought it worked. I mean, I've got some information for the two of you. Brody, by the way, there's no one in the room, which is why I feel comfortable talking as loud as I'm talking, but there's no one in there. I'm gonna try and get down now, Brody, so I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna try and Brody can maybe like baby lift me down from the roof.
Yeah, sure.
I gotta say, it's
Brody, go ahead and make a strength check at disadvantage. You did dislocate your shoulder again, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, naturally.
You can actually write somewhere, Brody, that you have disadvantage on all strength athletics checks for the rest of the game.
Okay, that's a 2.
2. You attempt to hoist him down, but again, you just kind of and Atomic, you land on the powdered sugared ground with a thud, taking only 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you fall to the ground.
Ah, watch it, big guy. Come on, you got to be a little bit more careful than that.
I told you to warn me.
I tried my best. I'm sorry. I didn't use the safe word. Let's go meet around with scones and nuts, and we'll try and get into this place.
But the door's right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the door. Yeah, we could just try go in.
So you guys could try to open the door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You go and you reach for the door handle. As you go ahead and grasp what appears to be almost a candy apple sticking out from the doorknob as a doorknob, you grab onto it. It's sticky. And you go to turn and click. The door is locked.
Come on, Brody, open the door. What's the matter?
Well, clearly I'm the one to do it. I am the strongest of the group.
I mean, we're absolutely sure no one's home because it's kind of irresponsible to have a fire unoccupied in the middle of a forest.
Well,
That's what I was thinking. This is the
I'm just going to
equivalent of
kick the
leaving
door
it unlocked.
down because I am clearly the strongest of the group.
Well, I don't. I think of myself as pretty strong. Do you want me to try and kick the door down, Brody? You did a lot earlier.
No, I
attempting to
really
throw me.
think that it should be me.
I'm going to reach over you while you're stuck at the door having this conversation and knock.
Brody, I think you're strong. I'm not saying you're not a strong guy.
No one answers.
But,
I'm kicking the door in. I'm going to try to kick the door down.
Awesome. Athletics check, disadvantage. If you've got the proficiency, I'm trying to help you.
Oh, goodness. One of those was a nat 20. The other one was a 12, so that's an 11.
Oh, that's okay. With a nice big heaving. Luckily, you've been squatting at the gym while you haven't been able to use your shoulder, and you're able to easily kick the door down off of its bark hinges as the gingerbread door just kind of folds in on itself into the foyer of this room.
Guys, before we go in, can we keep the candylism to a minimum, please? I'd really appreciate it. Let's not destroy anything.
yeah, we're just
I make
just
no
take a look around.
promises.
I can promise for Brody that I'll try to keep it to a minimum.
With all of you in here, I would like perception checks, please.
I guess 6.
12.
5.
First, I have to perceive what my perception is. 15.
15. Okay. Indiana Scones and Brody, you kind of begin to walk into this space, and again, as described before by Atomic, this lavish interior with the different lollipops and like different kind of like different tchotchkes and stuff like that. You see a number of baked sweets in addition to this bubbling cauldron. In this cauldron, you see what the smell is that was attracting you here. You smell the scent of cooked sugar kind of slowly mixing and caramelizing with some sort of salted kind of spices and stuff like that, but nothing inside of it. It's at this point that, Indy, you actually bump into something that's not there. It's invisible, whatever it is, but there's something in front of you that you kind of hit it a couple of times, and there's something in the way that doesn't appear to be there.
I turn to the group. 1 second. I'm going to run back to the door, scoop up a handful of the powdered sugar off the ground, run back in, and throw it onto whatever the invisible thing was.
You throw the invisible powder, or you throw the powdered sugar onto this invisible object. You see what appears to be a small box kind of appear over it, and it almost feels like it's got like a fabric kind of exterior that's kind of brushed all over alongside it, almost as if there's something draped on top of whatever this is.
This is odd. Any ideas?
Ooh.
Why are you throwing dirt?
Did you not see this?
Well, I saw you throw dirt.
Well, now you see this because I threw the dirt.
I mean, should
And
I,
to be fair,
should I
Brody,
dispel it?
you actually saw, Brody, when you were coming in here, that you saw that there was some weird kind of shifty kind of imagery there, but you weren't sure what it was. But then Indy kind of bumped into it and then started going all crazy with his investigation, like a good scholar does.
So I now see the box with the.
Oh yeah, you knew it was there before he did that. You knew
Yeah.
it was there before he threw the powdered sugar on it. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna pull the blanket off.
Yeah, you pull the blanket off. And it's actually, you pull off what is actually a blanket of silence and invisibility, and you pull it off, and inside is a cage. Within this cage is a small human boy and girl. Mister, please help us. She's gonna come back. Please hurry, get us out of here.
And then I'm gonna put the blanket over my head because they just scared the crap out of me.
Brody? Oh no!
Is there a lock in the cage?
What did you kids do to Brody?
Ah! As they react and see this small little red goblin kind of like.
I'm like on the bars. What did you do to Brody?
Is it safe? Is it safe to come out?
Brody, I can hear you.
It's just kids. It's just kids.
Okay. I'll take the blanket off.
What are we dealing with? Who got you in here?
I don't know. The wicked old lady. She said she was gonna feed us sweets, and then she started cooking that whatever that is, and said she was gonna put us in it.
I mean, part of that sounds okay.
That doesn't make sense. You wouldn't taste very good.
I wouldn't think so either. But this is a wicked old lady.
Why'd she put you in a cage then?
I don't know. Maybe she was going.
You know what they say? Sometimes caramel takes a long time to cook. Dr. Scone, should we let them out? I don't see the harm.
Yeah.
Free children.
If I can just open it from this side, I will. Otherwise, I'll pick the lock.
Before that happens, Donuts, give me a perception check.
Perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 18.
18. Awesome. At this point, you actually hear the sound of movement coming, crunching on the powdered sugar snow in the exterior of the home.
Someone's coming.
Oh no!
Like back on.
Let's hide.
Wait, no!
Can we all fit under the blanket?
Yeah, how big's the blanket?
Yeah, let's all try
it's big enough for the cage.
Kids,
Let's all get in the cage.
quiet.
Let's see.
Put me
I'll
in the
put the
cage.
blanket over the kids.
It's big enough to hide everyone but Brody. Which makes sense, because Brody's 7 feet tall.
I just say, kids, be quiet for a second. Let us deal with this, and I'll cover the blanket back up. Cover the cage back up.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we'll all try to
Let's
hide.
see
I
what's
think.
about to happen.
So who's hiding under the invisibility blanket?
I'm underneath it.
Okay. Donuts?
Yeah, I'll hide as well.
Brody, I'm not leaving. You're my best friend. I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving you here by yourself. We gotta hide. We gotta do something. We can't leave you out here in the
Just
open.
stand behind me. Then they won't know you're here.
Maybe. I know they won't. I know they won't know I'm here, but they'll clearly know you're here.
Just
If
be
they're
quick.
a bad person.
There's nothing that I can hide behind. Do I see who's coming?
Is there anything that I can point out that Brody could possibly hide behind? Like an armoire or something? Or like a...
Nope. There's nothing in here that you can hide behind, other than if you want to hide behind the pot. But unfortunately, Brody is 7 feet tall and will definitely be easy to see behind the cauldron. You can hide behind it.
I'm a brightly colored, tie-dyed furball. I'm not hiding.
Okay, I enjoy. I will go and hide behind the cauldron then. If anything happens, you say the safe word and I'll come out and help you. Okay, Brody?
Okay. All right.
Scones nuts. Can you
do I
hear that?
see
That's the
who's
plan.
coming down the walkway yet?
You do, and in a flourish in front of her, you actually see all of a sudden coming out of the walls, phasing in, this unstable magic that's been going on in the area. Another rush of sugar comes in, and these gummy bears just start running all around in circles. There's 3 of them, and with that, they run in and they try to go and target whatever they can see, which unfortunately in this case is Brody and Atomic. 2 go after you, Atomic. 1 go after you, Brody. I need dexterity saving throws.
Right. I do believe I have advantage on dexterity.
7.
7. Sweet.
I got 22.
Awesome. All right. They all explode as soon as they stick onto you. Brody, you take 6 points of damage as the one that grabs on you and goes like, hug me, and explodes. The other two do the same thing to you, Atomic. Come and grab onto you. They attempt to, but you're able to kind of brush them off, and they almost all of a sudden explode, just kind of spraying their hot jello inside on you. You only end up taking 4 points of damage.
What kind of damage would it be?
Would
be fire?
Sticky damage. Yeah, fire
Okay.
damage.
If it's fire damage, it would be, I have resistance against fire damage.
Oh, so then 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
It's at this point the little old lady kind of walks into the room, oh, who are you? What are you doing in here?
Yeah, Brody, tell him what we're doing in here.
Well, it smelled so good that we couldn't help but come in.
Oh, you thought it smelled good, huh?
We're just very hungry. We've been traveling for days. Brody, tell him how we've just been traveling for so long. Oh boy, hungry. The big guy's got an appetite.
I don't know why he keeps telling me to tell you what he said, but he said that we've been traveling for days, and it smells so good.
You
and now
have
we need to figure out what you're doing because we don't even know who you are.
No, you look like a big plump one, don't you? Oh, and I see your little stout friend over there as well, along with the is that some sort of barkeologist?
Oh.
Me, the barkeologist?
No, not you. I can see you under there. I have the ability to see through my own illusions, you fool.
Come out from under it.
Just the saddest, like.
What do you want?
Well,
We want to
wanna
know why
you've
these
got
kids. Yeah.
Hey, that was weird. Don't do that again. That freaks me out.
Hey, great minds, Brody.
I'm gonna eat them.
Well, we can't do. No, that's bad.
Yeah. You want to stay for some dinner?
No.
What do you guys think?
I'll turn to the kids. Did you consent to being eaten? I feel we have a problem, ma'am.
Ma'am, you better let these kids go, or else me and my friends here gonna get frosty with you.
Ha! That's funny. Frosty. It's funny you say that. And she actually rears back and goes to throw something at you. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Ah.
Swear I'm going to get a good roll sometime. But not this time.
I got a 20.
Let's start Indiana scones.
7.
7. Donuts.
A natural 1 for a total of 5.
Sick. Brody.
A natural 5 for a total of 5.
Awesome. Solid. And Atomic the Fireball.
A natural 17 for a total of 20.
Oh, you guys are so funny. With that, just as this occurs, in addition to your turn, Atomic the Fireball, on initiative count 20, more of these gummy bears come out of the walls, and all 3 of them go after you, Indiana Scones. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Yep.
Okay. So that's 26 points of fire damage, half to 13.
I will use evasion.
All right, that is then
Use it
half
to 0.
Yes.
Did you just say you do the Tootsie Roll?
So
Do the Tootsie Roll.
he did the Tootsie Roll. As these gummy bears all come around and go, hug me! And they go and grab onto you and attempt to explode. But again, you're able to kind of just barrel roll out of the way, avoiding all the damage. And on that note, on initiative count 20, Atomic, the Fireball, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to run. I have a 10-foot radius thing that may or may not happen here in a second. If I do that, if I run up to swing my my axe at this person who's going to eat the children, would the 10-foot radius hit my allies?
Yes, it would. This is a very small cottage. It's only about a 10 by 10 room for the sake of ease.
If that is the case, I am going to run up and I will not rage, but I am going to take 2 swings with my great axe.
Awesome. Go ahead and take your 2 swings. First
one's going to be it's 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay, find my D12. And that's going to be 5 points of slashing damage.
5 points of slashing damage.
Next one is going to be 22 to hit.
That also hits.
And that's going to be 9 points of slashing damage. I think on that last one, I will also use Fury of the Small.
Okay.
To deal an extra 8 damage.
All right. Awesome. A total of 22 points of damage in one round.
I think with that, I will.
What does your axe look like, by the way?
It is a large, there's kind of brown cinnamon stick as its kind of its handle that makes its way to kind of a crude iron double-edged axe. I call it Big Red.
Awesome. And you take Big Red and you're able to kind of swing into this creature. With that said, in addition to that on your turn, coming behind you is a rather large, fat gummy bear, bigger than the rest of them. And it goes to it incessantly goes to kind of run at you and kind of swipe at you. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from you as well, Atomic.
That is... I get advantage on dexterity. 18 plus 3, so 21.
That does succeed, but you do take... Ooh. 19 points of fire damage.
And I have resistance to fire, so that's
exactly.
You want to roll.
So that would be 8 because of your resistance.
Okay.
All right, 9. Sorry, 9 because of your resistance.
Oh, okay. Understood.
As this thing kind of it incessantly go, even though you're able to kind of push it away, it's still just explodes in front of you.
Okay.
We're basically being attacked by napalm.
Basically.
I will then, I guess, end my turn there without raging.
Okay. All right. With that, it is the old lady's turn. She, turning towards you, takes down her guise that she has as you see this very wretched old woman. Her hair appears to be almost frosted as it goes behind her, but the skin on her face kind of tightens and comes back into these very large teeth and these very long fingernails as she's kind of cloaked in this almost this black sash. She will do stuff.
At my axe, I turn around. Oh gosh, she's so gross, you guys.
Well, why did you go so close to her?
I didn't. I was trying to. I wanted to hurt her because she's hurting us.
She is going to cast in front of all of you. Cone of her cone of sugar, or sorry, her snow cone of frost in front of her, and she just puts her hands out in front. Okay, so rather than roll out all of these, I can do it the computer way. For a total, first I'm gonna need Constitution saving throws from everybody in the room, including the kids.
No.
Although it's not gonna matter.
Oh.
What do we got?
22.
22?
Got an 11.
11?
17.
17. Anyone below 14 takes 35 points of cold damage as this snow cone of cold just kind of burrows out from her hand, just shredding you all. Some of it in multiple different colors, reds and yellows and blues. It's very majestic looking, but it stings like a son of a gun. And anyone who succeeds does take half for a total of 17.
I'm also resistant to cold damage. Is that going to be
half
17 or 18? Well, I failed the throw.
It'd be 17 regardless.
Okay.
And on that note,
oh gosh.
Brody, a nice rush of sugar flows through your body, your blood pulsating, and as a result, you cast confusion on yourself.
Then I don't really feel any different.
No, not really. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere on a point you choose in range, so everyone, makes a wisdom saving throw. So including yourself, a wisdom saving throw.
Is that you said everyone rolls this?
Everybody, because it's centered on him.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. What's your spell save DC?
17.
Oh, that stinks for everybody else.
I rolled a 17.
18 for me.
Eats beats or what I fail?
7. If you meet the DC, then you're fine.
Okay.
18.
18. Scones?
18 as well.
Wow. Everyone succeeded except for the old lady. Which is good for you guys.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the children are dead. Eviscerated,
no.
eviscerated by the cone, the snow cone of cold.
Are they true dead or are they unconscious dead?
Yeah, I was
they're dead.
Oh,
They took 35. Even if they took half, damn, they're dead.
What are you gonna eat now? You eat no meat for the soup.
I mean, they're dead, but you could still thaw them out.
Never mind. I guess you could thaw them out. Take it back.
Okay. Ending her turn. Indiana Scones. What would you like to do?
I will whip out my red licorice whip at her.
Okay.
It is a 19 for 26.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. You do get sneak attack because one of your allies is right next to her.
That's,
Thanks to Atomic, the fireball.
7 on the whip and 11 on the sneak attack.
Okay.
And then I'll use my candy crossbow expert feat to fire a crossbow, that bonus action,
Okay.
which is a 19.
Definitely hits.
Right, and that is 9 points of damage, and that is a candy corn headed bolt that fires out of it and buries it into her.
Ooh, that just happens to be her weakness. So you actually deal an extra 9 points of damage on that. She looks pretty hurt. As the candy cane bolt the candy corn bolt just delves into her chest, and and you almost see like this, like, it almost appears to almost be a radiance that kind of flows through her, but it's really just some sort of heat that kind of like radiates off because of the fact that the candy corn is her kryptonite. Oh, geez. And on that note, more gummy bears appear, sprouting out of the walls. These ones of the sugar-free variety.
Do these require a
The worst
constitution
kind.
save?
The worst
also?
kind. These are going to
Back to your
require
insides.
dexterity saving throws from Donuts and Brody.
Whew.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
17.
17. You guys will succeed, taking 3 points of damage as these sugar-free ones, not as potent as the other ones, pop
But then
in.
we get intestinal problems.
Yeah, you do succeed on the saving throw, so you aren't poisoned for the duration.
Oh, wait, was it poison damage?
It was poison damage, yeah.
Okay, I am resistant as a stout halfling, so it'd be
1
2 damage,
point.
I guess.
1
Or 1
point.
point.
So how much damage was it? I was
3.
okay. I was busy imagining my Brody with intestinal distress, and it distracted me.
It sounds distracting.
It does. Is that it for your turn, Indiana Scones?
That's it. Yeah.
All right. That's going to bring us to Donuts and Brody, whichever of you wants to go first.
Go for it.
Okay. How bad does everyone look?
I'm fine.
I'm below half.
Okay. All right. So Indy's hurting. And our hag friend is already looking pretty rough.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I will run up to Indy, and I'll cast a level 2 Cure Wounds.
Okay. What does your Cure Wounds look like?
It's probably really annoying at first, but I would come up to you, kind of tap you on the shoulder, and it just bang my cowbell like right in your ear.
You sure that's not Toll the Dead? Yeah, no. Go ahead and roll for your Cure Wounds.
It's Toll the Living.
Okay.
Life.
6 plus 4, so that's 10 points of healing.
Thanks,
So
kid.
10 points of healing. Scones, you see almost this like kind of like candy floss kind of patchwork kind of webbing kind of come across you and kind of fill your wounds and then eventually harden and then turn into almost what appears to be kind of like a hard candy exterior as the healing energy comes over you.
I'm never gonna get used to that.
Perfect.
It does eventually go back to your normal flesh, but it's a very weird experience.
And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna look at Brody, and I'm gonna say, "Pour some sugar, baby," and pound my cowbell as a spectral cupcake comes towards you, giving you inspiration and floating around your head.
That's might be more confusing.
Oh,
Than
we should probably put the
inspiring at
battle
first.
music on, eh? No, there we go. Just been having this creepy stuff
Cupcake's
going the whole
just
time. Maybe. There we go. Anything else on your turn there, Donuts?
That will end my turn.
All right. Brody, go ahead.
All right. So to begin with, Indy, are you okay now?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm better.
I will, as a bonus action, throw a healing word to Atomic because I can't have Atomic dying on me. That would be horrible.
He sounds so enthused.
I love Brody so much.
What does your healing word look like?
Well, it's very slow moving.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of spins in a spiral and eventually gets there.
Yeah, you see this kind of almost like spiraling cloud of like some sort of like smoke kind of waft its way over to you. Inhaling it gives you the feeling of almost euphoria, but you do feel healing energy come over you and you feel very good.
You got 9 hit points back.
A very huge hit of euphoria.
Yeah, I actually rolled a 4.
Nice.
And despite the look, I'm actually a very wise person. And then I'm going to wild shape into a cave bear.
A cave bear. Okay, you all see Brody kind of go down onto all fours and eventually.
Well, except I stand back up onto my hind legs because my cave bear stands up and looks very much like the Keep on Trucking Grateful Dead bear.
Yes.
And every time I shift, it changes colors, and this time I think it's probably bright blue.
Bright blue. Yes, you see this Grateful Dead bear just towering over everyone in the space with that bright blue color kind of exuding out from him. Is that it for your turn?
Well, I believe with
That's
being
bonus
a moon
and-
druid, I can then attack on that turn
Mm-hmm.
after I change. So I will
Sure.
I will take that attack. I'm looking up my cave bear stats here as we look. Do I have the ability to use my multi attack or just one of my attacks?
Sure.
All right, so I will use the multi attack, and I'm gonna walk up to the switch and be like, and we're just walking through the woods. We're trying to help these kids. You got to come in here and be all harsh. And I don't like to do this, but now I'm going to have to bite you. And I don't want to do that. But you throw these like snow cones around, and so I got to bite you. And that's a 20 to hit.
20
Brody
definitely
just
hits.
bited.
The entire time that he's saying this, all you hear is.
I don't know that nobody understands. It's just she's making me bite her, and so I do 8 damage with the bite, and then it's like, and you know, you just you come in here and you're just got this really harsh energy, and then I swing at her with my big old paw, that this Grateful Dead paw. That's a 17 to hit.
That also hits.
and
Just
so then-
barely hits.
Well, I mean, it's probably pretty easy to move away from this big old Grateful Dead bear, but she's just not quick enough. And so that's 12 slashing damage.
Ooh. Yeah, she's looking really hurt now.
And then I just stand there in front of her and I'm shaking my head. It's just like, why did we have to fight? We just wanted to explore.
All right. All right. And on that note, Atomic, the fireball, it is your turn.
Invigorated with this power that Brody has lent me, I'm going to reckless attack.
Ooh.
With my eyes burn red as I infuse with the power of cinnamon. And here I come, I am. Cinnamon. That's a nat 20.
Ooh, there we go. Natural 20.
On the first one. Do you want me to roll the dice twice or roll or double the damage? I don't know how you.
Sure.
do.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay. I'll roll that. I rolled an 11, so if that were to be double, that'd be 22 plus.
How do you want to do this?
Hey!
I want to jump up. I want to jump up on Brody's back as he's and then come down with the axe and.
Don't
cleave
forget
it.
to say toffee.
I'm gonna say toffee, and cleave it into the side of the witch.
And you
bring
do,
it up.
and as you come down with that big swipe, you embed it, and you kind of hear the sickening crack of almost like the snap of a sugar cane going crack as you embed your cinnamon stick big red axe into her chest. And as you do, you feel that crack and you almost hit something solid inside of her, and then you continue to swipe all the way through as she just poofs into a cloud of confectionery sugar and bubbling caramel dead on the floor.
Well, that's weird. And I'm still a bear, so.
Speaking of bear, at this point, a bear
God.
rises up from under the floor and attempts to hug onto you, Brody, in your bear form. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
You
good
got
Lord.
inspiration should you need it.
Oh yeah. What is your bardic die?
D8.
D8.
It's a D10.
Is it a D10?
It's a D10 now.
Lovely.
No, it's just it's a D10.
Yes, sir.
It's a
Hey, you're the
D10.
DM.
It's a D10.
Don't argue.
But
Dude, you're trying to save me from getting my bear blown up. Don't argue. My bear's dex is also a 0, so it's very, very easy to remember.
Very
It's the
potent.
same as mine.
Mm-hmm.
And since you're going to use it for a saving throw, since I'm a bardic creation, you get temporary hit points equal to whatever that number is on the die plus 4.
Well, that's good because it's still only a 12. And so then I get double that number plus 4, you said?
Whatever the number on the die is,
Oh,
you
yeah.
get that number plus 4 as temporary hit points.
Okay, so I got 8 temporary hit points that are about to get blown up off of me.
Yes. As a result, oh yeah. So that was, what was the saving throw total?
12.
12. That fails. So 8 points of fire damage.
Okay. That means I'm at 34 on my bear form.
Okay. Oh man. With that, hold on. you feel balance come into some of the magic in the area. And with that, you feel an infusion of reward from the world around you. All of you are rewarded a +2 to a ability of your choice.
Like a +2 to our score?
Like
Like
strength,
to
dex, con.
like strength, dex, con, wisdom. Yeah, any ability score you choose.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
I know what that
Well.
would change.
I'm gonna choose strength.
What would you like to do?
Does anyone have anything to help the kids? I don't.
I believe they're dead.
Yeah,
I'll
I can't really
shift
do
out
much.
of my wild form so they can actually understand me after I said that.
Okay. Brody now stands before you out of his Grateful Dead bear, or Grateful Dead bear form.
So this was sort of an unfortunate detour, I feel like, from our initial quest to go to find Baron Butterscotch. But I think, we grew a little bit more as a group. And I'm gonna take the invisible cloak thing. That seems helpful. Or is it not is that still there, the invisible cloak?
Yeah, no,
I'm
it's still
having
it is still
I'm having
there.
trouble finding it.
It's a cloak of it's with you are able to find it. Its underside is easily revealed, and as it so one side is basically transparent and the other side is not. It is technically a blanket of invisibility and silence. So basically anything underneath it makes no noise and is unable to be seen. However, you don't you go invisible, something could still bump into you. And the DC to observe it is actually a DC 12 to discern whether or not it is actually real or not.
Okay.
That reminder, I'll quickly scan the rest of the house to see if there's anything else that looks useful.
Okay.
I'll assist you.
Go ahead and give me investigation checks.
I will also involve myself in the checks.
Okay. Go for it.
22.
22.
9.
Oh, Jesus.
But while they're doing their investigation checks, I would specifically like to look around to see if there's anything safe to eat in the house.
You do so, and as you do, you notice that 2 more gummy bears appear out of the ether, all of a sudden appearing. These ones with pocket lint almost stuck onto the sides of them. I need everybody to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh.
I'm 22.
17.
5.
11.
Anybody over 12 succeeds. So that is 20 points of poison damage, reduced to half if you succeeded. And then if you're a stout halfling that can do whatever they want, I believe you get half of that if you succeeded. So go ahead and figure that out. As the pocket lint is almost morphed and deformed, and it kind of is all gummed up, and it almost it's just by being in its presence, it almost makes you feel sick by the fact that you imagine if you ate it, it probably would put you out for a while. Jesus. But on those investigation checks, who rolled the 20?
22.
Indiana Scones, you actually do find in your search a very helpful item. Hold on one second.
While you're looking that up, I rolled a 22 survival check to find if there's anything edible.
Unfortunately, other than you are surrounded by candy. So there's plenty of things that are edible for sure. If you want to go ahead and start eating the house, that would be something you could do.
Grab a piece of it and sit down and start taking a short rest.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
I'll take a short rest with Brody as well.
Okay, absolutely.
Same.
Yep, you guys are all allowed to take short rests here.
I think I have a Song of Rest. Let me see.
Indiana Scones, you are able to find a wand about yay long, with a kind of almost spiraling, like almost like little like whipped cream end to it. This is a wand of whip. Sure. wand of cool whip. It is
Nice.
It is
Good save.
for
You
the
must pronounce the H.
Yep.
for the sake of ease, it is what I just sent you in the chat. It is the wand has 7 charges. You can for Jesus, this is always confusing. So for a charge on 1 charge cast at 5th level. That makes no sense.
Got it.
Anyway, it's a wand of winter. So basically, you have the ability to cast Ray of Frost, Sleet Storm for 3 charges, or Ice Storm for 4 charges.
I'm gonna walk over to Doe.
Hmm?
I think you might be best positioned to use this, given your area of study.
Sure. And everyone else seems to want to get up close. I like to keep a little distance, so that's probably
Right.
good.
Just make sure you don't accidentally hit one of us.
Uh,
Sometimes when I'm working with whipped cream, it can get everywhere.
all right, I'll do my best. I'll try to avoid the
The
spin.
disembodied voice says, "What?"
And for the short rest, I will play a Song of Rest, which is basically me just tapping on the cowbell. And you
What
guys
does
all
that sound like?
So I have a magical cowbell, and yes, it's very much that. Except every now and again, there's like hints of like weird chocolate wafting in the room, and then
Okay.
every now and again you hear like a moo moo. And if any of you look at my cowbell closer, it looks like it's a brown cowbell with like black spots, and I'm like, it came from a magical chocolate cow. So
Absolutely.
if you roll hit dice, you get an extra d6.
On each one?
I think just on top.
Do you roll the d6 or we roll a d? We each roll a d6.
DM.
Sure. You do,
Okay.
and he does.
Okay.
So it's
gonna
you
roll-
roll an extra d6 and he rolls a d6 for you.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a d6, so I rolled a 6 on the d6.
Perfect.
So did I.
I rolled a 4 for additional for everybody.
Yep, an additional 4 to everybody as well. Yep. Donuts, if you're taking part of the short rest, you can roll an extra d6 for yourself on top of your d6 that you roll for everybody, if that makes sense.
Oh yes, thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
I like
Awesome.
to think while we're having this rest, I just like to think like maybe we can just pretend like those kids were in the it was kind of like a jail for them if anyone asks, you know?
I'm pretty sure they did something wrong.
Yeah, they had to end up there, you know, for some reason. They never really convinced me that they were, you know, prisoners for, you know, like without having done something wrong. Perhaps they broke in this. I don't know. I realized
tell
the hag did say that she was going to eat them, but you know that could have been a punishment.
I've seen a lot of cages in my travels, and almost all of them have skeletons in them. So it just sort of seems the way it's supposed to work out.
Atomic the Fireball.
Okay.
The DM is going to throw wild magic at you, and you turn into a potted plant for the next 20 minutes.
Hey, I was just thinking.
Brody, does that happen normally?
I mean, what's normal?
Fair point. Just want to make sure it's not that witch's brew.
I'll just.
What's
Terrible
hilarious
gift.
is I think I just gave him a free bathroom break as a result of that. Oh. That's awesome.
I'll
we
just
go.
carry him around for a while. He'll probably come back.
I'll be here.
Just
I'll
gonna
be here when
hold-
you need me.
Okay. Leaf ASMR. Anyway. All right. So what would you like to do, guys?
I don't think there's anything else here unless we want to eat the house.
No, I think we should probably be on our way. And you're gonna carry Atomic.
Yeah. Can I Kool-Aid man my way out the back?
Can you? Of course.
Well, first, roll an athletics check with disadvantage.
Would you like me to roll a athletics check at all?
You're a
No.
potted plant.
I'm not
No.
I would automatically fail the. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
That's a 1.
Awesome. You go and run into the side of this gingerbread, and you find apparently what is one of the big supports that behind it. If you remember from the exterior, there was actually candy canes performing most of the structure of this. In addition to the walls of gingerbread, you probably hit one of those and just whack right into it. And as a result, you actually leading with Atomic in front of you, actually shattering the pot that he's in. He all of a sudden bursts back into form.
Oh God, I killed him.
Is completely fine, other than the fact that he is completely spooked by the fact he was turned into a potted plant.
I'm completely fine.
Oh, there you are.
I'm sorry. I'm completely fine. I was just spooked by the fact that I was turned into a potted plant.
Why did you do that?
I have a lot of experience with dealing with plants, so I was going to take care of you.
I appreciate that, Brody. You are my best friend, and that really means a lot to me. I forget the voice for this character.
Atomic, if you need another one, I can get you another pot. Easy.
No.
The disembodied voice, by the way, says, "Oh no."
I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna assume that was plant related to what that voice was.
Oh yeah.
No, it just happens sometimes. I apologize.
Oh, I think that had to do with me not making it through the wall.
Oh, you.
Oh,
I
yeah.
tried to-
I think the house is talking to me.
Maybe there's been a lot of gummy bears
Maybe?
going on here.
Atomic, if you could just give us a little warning the next time that you think you're going to soil yourself, I think it'd be best for everyone.
We did get hit with those sugar-free gummy bears.
It's hard to plant when I'm going to turn into something like that, so I'll just keep that in mind.
Okay,
And you turn into a potted plant.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
I think we need to leave this house right away. I go outside.
Let's make like a tree and leave.
I have had my chlorophyll of these puns, if I'm being honest.
Get out of the damn house.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. As you continue to move on through the candy cane forest, over the next 20 minutes, Atomic does eventually return back to normal form. Who is leading the charge into the rest of the forest?
I'll actually take the lead on this, if you don't mind.
Awesome. Give me a survival check, Brody.
That's a 21.
Awesome. You are able to continue to navigate your way through the rest of the candy cane forest until you get to the very edge of the tree line. You see this very large clearing. In this large clearing, you see a rather large looking tree, and by tree, candy cane, much larger than the rest of the area. Its trunk and branches are made of the same red and white swirling pattern that spirals up from the ground to its apex, which is nearly impossible for you to see into the sky, into this darkness. Unlike the rest of the trees, here, it roots itself into the ground with two trunks, meeting about 10 feet towards one central trunk, and then branches off into these two rather long, large branches with finger-like appendages protruding off in random directions. The top of this tree ends with rather than the crook that you've seen with some of the other trees in the area, a large mass of almost sugar-like wisps of hair in the same powdered sugar that you've been trekking through, draping over much of its superior surfaces. Perception checks, please.
Eight.
8.
13.
13.
6.
6.
I'm
Anybody
distracted.
over
There-
10?
There's leaves on the ground.
Anyone over 10? You can hear a low rumbling sound in the area. And you almost feel a breeze that coincides with this rumble. The smell of peppermint here is more overwhelming than in the rest of the forest. What would you like to do?
Dr. Scones, I have a question. Is there any chance that this peppermint... I'm not an expert in peppermint. Is there the chance this forest could be, like, alive in any sorts? Because I'm getting sort of a weird rumbling sensation.
You and me both, Atomic. I mean, just looking at that thing, listening to that, we may have ourselves a sleeping giant candy king.
Oh, I thought that was just me.
Oh,
Sorry.
well,
Just blew up the mic.
Wait, were you sleepwalking this whole time?
Let's see here. 1 second, guys. Atomic, you have been given inspiration by the chat. You have the option to either utilize it for advantage on a roll or plead to your DM for a favor
Okay. Plead at any time or right now?
at any time.
Plead to DM or advantage?
Yes.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. So what do you think we should do? Just go around it?
Should we try to be
Donuts, I don't know.
sneaky?
well, if we want to avoid it, we should. I don't know. I think the quickest way to get to the Baron might be to avoid this, but it also means we'd have one at our back in case he wakes up and tracks us.
Is-
Brody,
Is that
you're...
something they're known for doing, tracking?
DM, can I roll a something check for...
For some reason, my player is asking me questions about this made-up
Can I roll a
made-up
nature
universe
check to
we
try to
don't know
figure out
anything
what
about.
this is?
Go ahead.
Indiana
establish the
Scones,
lore.
make a history check at advantage, please.
All right.
Would
Can
love
do.
for the lore to be established here.
Of course.
Oh, there will be something established here, regardless.
23.
23.
I actually
Um,
know all about this, Atomic.
Yeah, you actually do. You know that there is actually a very there is a protector of this forest, one that is known to kind of keep the balance of the animals in the area, which I mean are all made of candy, so it's kind of like, you know, it's one of those things. But they mainly are here and exist. He mainly is here to exist to protect the forest from dangerous outsiders, and has been doing a fairly good job of it for the most part, but he has been known to kind of wander at the base of the mountain, kind of trying to protect the kingdom from the dangers beyond in the mountain. You know, Indiana Scones, that this particular tree goes by the name of Carl.
I
This
think that might be...
is Carl.
I think that might be Carl. The warden of the Candy Cane Forest.
The Carl.
The Carl.
Oh,
This is Carl.
Hey, Carl.
Oh.
And you kind of hear like a rustle, and you see like kind of the tops of the tree kind of just start rustling, and you see these kind of like the sugar floss that's on top of the that acts as the hair for this tree kind of tossle, and some of the powdered sugar just kind of floats down and dissipates, and you just
I would like to plead to the DM or something.
go ahead.
I would like to plead that Carl has some sort of you can be the determiner of this, some sort of past relationship with donuts. He like knows donuts from his past in some way.
Okay. I'll allow it.
Guys, that's Carl.
I've been here before. Look,
Doe?
I've met this guy. I met Carl before. I just didn't recognize him at first because, new season, new powder sugar, the whole deal. I think he did something with his hair.
Well, I was green the last time you saw me, so that makes sense.
Oh, hi, Carl.
I've gone through a peppermint phase. I was that old spearmint phase. I'm done. I've blossomed into my new peppermint form.
There you go.
So
Classic.
You two know each other.
Oh, we
Oh,
go
yeah.
back. We go back many years. Doe, what
Carl,
are
Joe,
you
how
doing
did you guys
here?
meet?
Well, it was way back when I was still with the Cupcake Gang.
Way back.
We would, way back. We would camp out to try to trap, people, and try to scare them out of their candy and out of their goods. And Carl caught us, and basically made an example of my other friends. But then I would play, my instruments and kind of calmed him down a little bit, and we've been friends ever since.
Friends is one way of putting it. Yes, Carl or Doe.
You're Carl.
You're Carl.
I'm not the
Would y'all
brightest one.
stop doing that? It's really creepy.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, Carl, these are my friends. We're called the Sour Patch Kids. We're trying to get to
Poignant.
we're trying to get to Baron Butterscotch. He's doing foul and expired things beyond the mountains in the swamp. Could
He's
we?
been given nothing but trouble recently.
Right.
He's also doing things that are not chicken related.
No, not chicken related.
Would you be okay if we just mosey our way over there past you?
I have no problem with that. I'm more responsible for keeping things from coming the other way.
Would you be okay if we came back the other way when we're done?
I'll think about it.
What if I pay you with your most favorite dessert ever?
Persuasion check.
Persuasion check. Of course, I didn't take proficiency in it. Why would donuts? Let's see. Persuasion. Okay. 10.
10?
10.
Advantage.
Okay, thank you. That's a lot better. 24.
There we go.
What you feeling? You feeling the Boston cream cupcake?
No. If you can get me one of them, if you can take one of those butterscotch hard candies from that piece of crap Baron Butterscotch, that would be amazing.
Ooh.
Let me give you one thing to help you out.
Okay.
I don't like this guy. Take care of it for me. And you see him all of a sudden. I need a dexterity saving throw from you, Doe.
Okay. 17.
17. You are able to see just in the nick of time, he kind of rustles one of his branches, and you see coming down from the ether, which you can't really, you finally catch it out of the corner of your eye, is a very sharp point, and it lands stiff into the ground. You go to pull it out, and you actually grab onto what is a very large, almost, it's the size of your body. Long great sword made out of peppermint candy that's been sharpened to a point at the end. This is, for a lack of a better term, a sharpened candy greatsword, also known as Frostbrand.
Ooh. We will put this to good use. I promise you. I turn over to Atomic. You want it? It's a little heavy for me.
It's bigger than you are, Atomic, too, which is hilarious.
Oh, it's bigger than I
But
am.
you're strong.
I am strong. Thank you. Yes, this will do nicely, I guess.
Oh, at this point, as he hands it over to you, more of these ones frosted gummy bears crawl up from underneath the ground, and they explode. I need dexterity saving throw from Atomic. Another one sprouts up, but you actually see one of the candy cane trunks come out of the ground and just stomp on it and just goes poof, underneath his foot as Carl, the warden of the forest, snuffs out one of these exploding gummy bears.
I rolled a 13.
That's enough. So 10 half to 5 half to 2 points of fire damage.
Got it.
Carl, have you seen a lot of those lately? Because it kind of feels like they're targeting us.
It's that damn Baron. Ever since he came around, there's been some sort of destabilization of the magic in the area. Rumor has it he took something called the sweet roll. If this is true, then the world is in grave danger from external forces.
Someone should get the Nightbot on that.
Yes. Nightbot.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Did you say Frostbrand Greatsword or Longsword?
Great sword.
Gotcha.
The greatest sword.
Will I have time to attune to that, I'm assuming?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okie dokie.
You're attuned to it right now.
I'm powerful.
You feel that sugar rush? That's what.
Yeah, you feel that sugar rush?
This isn't really... I kind of go with more of a cinnamon, sort of a fiery type, but I like this. It feels good. Like a little hot and cold. I'm hot, then you're cold. Yes, then you know type situation.
Suddenly it turns into Firebrand.
You know the words. No, I'm fine with... You know the words, Indiana. To the...
Then you get thrown across the forest for singing Katy Perry.
No. If I do turn into a plant again, I need you to hold on to this for me. But let's go. Let's continue forward.
Yes. Thanks, Carl. Appreciate you. I'll catch you next time. Butterscotch candy coming your way.
Butterscotch candy.
Yes.
All right. You all find yourselves now at the base of the Rocky Road Mountains. As you continue forth, the temperature here, for whatever reason, feels much warmer than you expect it to compared to the Candy Cane Forest. Almost as if some sort of external, almost global warming has caused some issues here with the Rocky Road Mountain. Some of the surfaces are a lot muddier as this melted ice cream mountain begins to kind of slowly melt, and it creates almost a little pool around the base as you continue to climb through it. As you do, I would like whoever is helming this band to make a survival check.
That should probably be me. That's a 14.
14. As you move forward, your travel is not hindered. You actually do find a path through these mountains, as if it was fairly well traveled by some individuals before you. As you continue forward, you actually see what appears to be some humanoid bodies in front of you on the path. As you kind of come up and approach these at the base of this almost cliffside as you're walking through, with another cliff edge to the left of you, you notice that there is a number of bodies here, all beaten and bruised and battered. I need an investigation check to determine how many of these bodies there are.
When you say bodies, do you mean like corpses or?
I mean corpses.
Okay.
That have been beaten and bloodied.
Yeah, because of where we are, when you say battered, do you mean beaten or do you mean covered?
Battered.
Who's doing the investigation here?
Some batter.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll give you a little inspiration.
How do you do that?
I just start shouting like, "Sweet Indiana." Bah, bah, bah."
Okay.
Another spectral cupcake comes your way and starts floating around your head.
So with that, it's going to be a 28.
A 28. You are able to find a total of 7 male dwarves, all kind of huddled together. Some more beaten than the rest. One of them looks grumpy, one of them looks sleepy, but they're all dead.
One of them had some allergy problems.
One of them appeared like had some allergy problems. One of them almost appeared to be blushing as if it was bashful to be around people. With them, you actually also do find a barely distinguishable but small maiden with black hair and snow white skin also amongst them. Searching through their pockets, you actually do find some amazing crystalline stones that glimmer and gleam in the half-eaten moonlight. In total, you find what would be probably worth about 5,000 peppermint sticks worth of rock candy crystals amongst these bodies. I need everyone to make a perception check.
These guys must have worked hard while they whistled.
13.
8.
Natural
22.
1.
Natural one. What was the highest one?
22.
22. You notice, just barely before they phase back into the side of the cliffside, what appears to almost be 2 crystalline figures and their faces merge back into the side of the cliffside. Seconds later, you feel a rumble underneath your feet.
Atomic, did you see those guys?
Sorry, my tongue is stuck to my candy cane sword. What? No, I didn't see anything.
Did anybody else see the faces?
As you say
David?
that, 2 giant rock candy elementals burst out from underneath the ground. I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Indiana Scones.
That's a 10.
Donuts.
14.
Brody.
17.
17. And Atomic the Fireball.
23.
23. All right.
That
And with
feral
that,
instinct.
guess who gets to go first? Atomic the Fireball. You
Atomic
see
the
these
Fireball.
these 2 large hulking rock candy figures just burst out of the ground, large in stature, towering over your small goblin form. What would you like to do?
I will draw my new sword, and I will spring off of Brody and try to get up as close. I don't know if I can get both of them within a 10-foot range, but if I can, I would like to do so. Otherwise, I'll just get one, and I would like to rage.
All right.
As I surround myself in cinnamon dust.
You can, yep.
Crackling in the air. And as I do that, each is going to take 3 fire damage.
Okay.
I am going to stay involved. Whichever one is closest, I'll try and hit that one with my great sword twice. So first attack is going to be 13.
13 to hit?
Yeah.
Even with Frostbrand?
Well,
I believe
what do you mean by that?
I believe Frostbrand gives you some additional.
When I hit with an attack, I have looked up Frostbrand. It said it gives an extra D6 cold damage if I hit. While I hold the sword, I have resistance. In freezing temperatures, it sheds a bright light. I can draw it and extinguish non-magical flames. I don't see anything about additional to.
There's no.
hit.
Oh yeah,
hit
you're right. No,
bonus
you're
from
right. You're right.
Frostbrand.
I'm thinking about something else. So yeah, that
That
does
first
not
one?
hit. That does not
I
hit.
will roll a second time.
Mhm.
That's going to be much better. That's going to be a 23.
23 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. gonna be 15 slashing damage and 6 cold damage.
Okay. You're able to kind of
20.
come up to these rock candy elementals and just slash right into them, and Frostbrand, or as the as the sharpened candy cane just kind of slices through them, dealing actually double damage as a result. Minus dealing a very hard blow to one of these creatures.
If that's the case, I'm going to also, since I did a short rest, use Fury of the Small on that creature.
All right, and that's an additional what? 9? Is that
8 damage.
Minus an additional 8 damage. Oof. That is a big chunk on turn 1. You actually, I think you deal 50 points of damage on turn 1 as a result of this sharpened candy cane just slicing through this hard rock candy. Anything else in your turn?
I don't think I can. Well, I could run away, but I'm gonna stay engaged in order to protect my friends. I will stay engaged with the one that I'm engaged with already.
Perfect, because the one in front of you is the one that's going next. After you slash into him a couple times, he kind of burrows over you and goes ahead and goes to attempt to slam down into you.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a 26 to hit.
That will definitely hit. Also, I just wanted to. I forgot this. He would take an additional 2 damage. I forgot I was raging with the strength weapon.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
I don't know. If,
52 points of damage on turn 1. And then the other one is a. It was a 13 to hit.
The second one will not hit.
Okay. Coming at you. It's gonna be a total of 11 bludgeoning damage, halved to 5 because you're raging.
Yep.
As it goes in, just attempts to slam down at you. He actually does come down and actually is able to smack you with his first strike. And then as he comes across with the second one, you actually are able to kind of see it coming. You're able to kind of duck underneath it in your small goblin form, niftily avoiding the second strike. Ending his turn brings us to Brody. Brody, what would you like to do?
Is there an area that I can hit a 20-foot cube that gets both of the elementals but does not hit atomic?
Of course there is.
Because I would like to fairy fire.
All right. Absolutely does.
And my fairy fire looks, fairy fire can be either blue, green, or violet. My choice. But mine just cycles. It just rotates.
It just rotates? Okay.
Yep.
As he's
constantly.
This giant glitter bomb springs forth from Brody's hands, and what's the saving throw? 17?
17 dex.
Okay. That's not gonna be good for them. So that's a 9 on the first one and a 17 minus 1 for 16.
I didn't figure the giant rock monsters were that dexterous.
No, they are not, and they are both covered in this giant sugar glitter bomb of fairy fire. Attack rolls against them now all have advantage.
Yes, so no need to reckless. That was for my boy Atomic.
No need. Thanks, Brody.
Speaking of Atomic, you feel this strange rush of sugar pumping through your veins, and you are actually able to take an action immediately right now. Go ahead.
I thought I was going to turn into a plant. I was so confident. Now, when you say an action, can I take the attack action and do 2 attacks? Or...
It says you can take 1 additional action immediately. So take 1 action right now.
So I'm going to take the attack action.
Which would be 2 attacks.
Okay.
Yes, it would.
First one, and I have advantage. 17 plus 7, 24.
That definitely hits.
Okay, it's going to be... Oh, God. 4 plus 6, so 10 slashing and 1... cold damage on the first hit.
Don't forget your 2 for rage.
I got that. I factored that in.
So there's a total of 11.
Slashing. Correct.
For a total of 22 because you have the amazing weapon.
Frostbrand Greatsword. The next attack is going to be, oh gosh, I'm glad I had advantage. 20 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. Sorry.
Keep the donations coming, guys. This is great. I'm loving Wild Magic.
7 plus 6 is gonna be 13 slashing damage plus 1 additional cold damage.
Well, that's okay, because that's an
14
additional
up to
28
20.
damage. Yeah, so that takes a really big chunk. This one form in front of you that you've been beating on this entire time is like really starting to get a little bit shaky. It's having a hard time keeping its rock candy form, and it's starting to crumble a little bit.
And just an action, no. Just an
that-
action, no
just
bonus
an
action.
just an
Okay.
action. Yep.
I'm done. I'm done then.
And since Atomic, interrupted me, I would like to go ahead then and take my bonus action
Absolutely.
to wild shape into yet again, this time a yellow Grateful Dead bear, and charge up to the one that he's been fighting.
Absolutely.
And do I get my attacks on this
Mm-hmm.
turn? Okay.
Sure.
So I now have advantage also.
Yes, you do.
So I will bite first.
Go for it.
That's actually 2 10s, so plus 7, that's 17 to hit.
That actually just barely hits.
All right, so that is.
Which one are you attacking? The one that's already hurt?
The same one he's been beaten on.
Okay.
It's 11 damage.
All right, 11 points of damage. Is your damage magical in any way?
I believe so with the level of druid that I am.
Okay. So
turns
11
off.
points of damage.
Yeah. And then I will claw.
Okay, go ahead and claw.
That's
The rock
25.
hits. 25
Bear
hits.
Type of dessert, everybody.
Yeah.
Counts as a pun. Put it on the
Mm.
pun tally.
I am bear clawing.
You
Nice.
really want to turn into a potted plant, don't you, Atomic?
I mean,
That's 10 more.
10 more damage. It is on the brink of death as you take a big bite out of this creature and claw it with your bear claw, slashing into it. It tastes very sweet, but also has a little bit of a sour tinge to it, almost like it's sweet and sour, not unlike your group. Anything else on your turn?
That would be it.
Alrighty.
That pretty well covers me.
first
Alright.
we're sour, then we're sweet.
Yeah. Brings us to donuts.
Okay.
Do I take psychic damage for that?
Yeah, you do actually.
Dang, no.
It's okay.
What have I done?
4 psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on your next attack.
Wait, me?
No.
No, Brody.
Me. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I basically counted it as a vicious mockery. So
Okay.
donuts.
I love rock candy, especially when you crush it. I'm gonna cast Bane on the 2 elementals.
Did you just say you're playing Candy Crush?
Oh yes. So I need them to make charisma saves.
I'm gonna need to make a Christmas save after that one. That's a fail. And that is an 11, so that's a fail as well.
Let's fail.
Yep.
All right, so they are Bane, so minus a D4 to attacks and saves.
Okay.
And gonna look over to Dr. Scones and gonna give him bardic inspiration. Just be like, Scones, is that a good one? Crush, Candy Crush. You're right, get it.
We'll allow it.
And I'm going to look back
And a
at D.
spectral cupcake goes around you.
I'll look back at D and say,
You're
you
lucky.
chose wisely.
And that will end my turn.
Oh my god. Indiana Scones, it is your turn.
Chose
Going
the
to,
theme to this.
Yeah.
Don't exasperated sigh at us for making candy buns.
I'm gonna kind of jump back, try and get a little.
I'm trying to play the
distance
audience,
here.
Atomic. Shut up.
I will slide in the ice cream, try and get like 20 feet away.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
then
You
I'll-
surf right on that surfing bird.
Sweet. Turn around and I will fire at the damaged rock candy guy.
Yeah, go for it.
That is a 23 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
And with
Do
all
more than
this-
1 damage.
You know what? Done. 6 damage.
Perfect. How do you want to do this on the first one?
I'll pop him right in the eye, and then I'll look at Brody and I'll say, in the candy alphabet, we aim for the eye. And then I'll turn. Fire again at the second one.
All right, go ahead and fire at the second one. You see the first one takes a shot, and then takes a shot in the eye, and it just kind of like, it brushes it off, but then it hears their pun, and then just kind of like, and snaps its own head and falls down.
It enters its second form.
Yeah.
21 on the second one.
Hit.
And since the lovely fairy fire is around it, I have advantage, so that'll
Yes, you
be
do.
sneak attack 2.
Yes, it is.
That is 21 points of damage. Non-magical.
Not magical. Okay, so you do hit it, and it does do the damage, but not as much as you would hope. Does it kind of just ping? Like the bolt hits, but it doesn't do quite as much as you want. So you said 21, so okay. Anything else in your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right, it is its turn. It, seeing you take out its comrade and you fire first at it, it's going to start meandering its way over to you, kind of almost like gliding, surfing across the ice cream surface as you did, and goes ahead and goes for 2 slam attacks. But they are Bane, so D4. So that's a 15 to hit.
That misses.
15 misses. Ooh. Ooh, 20 to hit.
That is.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, 16. Oh, wait, plus 8, minus 4. So that's going to be 14 points of bludgeoning damage as it comes down with its strike and just smacks you up for 1 and then goes to swipe with the other one. And you are slippery enough. And you kind of almost like, after he hits you with the first one, he kind of almost embeds you into the ice cream. And then he just can't hit you with the second one as you kind of climb yourself back out of it.
I will uncandy dodge that one for half damage.
Okay, so he does
That one
smash
got
you,
me.
but you just kind of like slide, and you kind of like slough into the melted ice cream a little bit, but you're no worse for wear. Ending his turn brings us back up to Atomic, the Fireball. What are you gonna do?
I am going to try and do what barbarians do best, and that is go up and hit things with the weapon that I have.
Oh, I
So
thought
I'm
you were
going
gonna try to not be a doggably distracted, but anyway, go ahead.
I'm gonna run up and I'm going to hit. I'm just trying not to make puns. I will hit him with my sword.
I thought you were going to say you were going to do what barbarians do best and negotiate.
I'm gonna go up and attack with like, so within a 10-foot radius. I'm gonna use my bonus, my what it's called, do the damage to him, the Storm Aura. So I'm going to bonus action, and he will take 3 fire damage
Okay.
off the top. And I will do. I think Fairy Fire is still active, isn't it?
It is.
So the first one, drop the d20. 16 plus 7.
Hits.
Okay. First one is going to be 3 plus 6, 9 points of slashing and 2 cold damage.
Is that
attack.
with your rage damage too?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
And the next attack is going to be 19 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. It's going to be better. 8 plus 6. Which is going to be 14 slashing and 3 points of cold damage.
Your attacks do again because of that sharpened candy cane. You were able to kind of just continue to kind of swing that thing around and just cut into the rock candy as if it's like butter, dealing much more damage than you thought. And but it is still alive, but it is looking really hurt, or it's looking haggard.
All right. And my turn.
All
Which
right.
Haggard? Merle?
Yeah.
Yes. Brings us to Brody.
Well, at this point, I really don't have much choice. I don't think I can negotiate with the rock guy because I would just plead with him and be like, dude. But I'm a bear.
Yeah, so it just was like, woo.
Right. So I gotta bite him.
Bite him.
18.
18 hits.
All right. I gotta see how much it hits for. Because I forgot. Because I have a good memory like that. Crap, it rolled into the corner. 9 damage.
9 damage, okay.
And another 18 for the claws.
Another
Does
18
this
for
one
the
hit?
claws. That also hits. Go figure.
Okay. His armor class didn't change between hits.
No, it did not.
Guys, he doesn't shift armor.
Whew.
That is
Not unless the chat changes it.
13 damage.
13 points of damage as you continue to bite in and claw into that sweet and sour rock candy exterior. Anything else in your turn?
No, I'll just continue to try to negotiate with him in bear.
Okay. Donuts. Go nuts.
Okay. He's looking rough now, right?
Yep.
All right.
Pretty rough.
Let's just go up to him. Let's if there is enough space, apologies, I forget the radius of this. Is there a way I can cast a spell in a 10-foot radius sphere that only hits?
Absolutely.
You can
Awesome.
hit me too. I don't mind.
I'm gonna do my best.
You're only gonna hit atomic though. That's all.
Oh, okay, okay.
You can avoid everybody but atomic.
Then I would like to cast Shatter. Atomic needs to make a con save.
Atomic, if you haven't learned, just be quiet. Just be quiet, and you wouldn't have been involved.
Turn me into. I've been turned into a potted plant twice during this game. I'm not gonna. I'm
That's
not
true.
gonna start being quiet now.
It's a natural one, so
Natural
Yeah.
one.
I got a
That would be.
23.
what'd you say?
I got a 23.
Perfect.
Well, that succeeds. That'd be 13 points of thunder damage.
Well, you're lucky, Atomic the Fireball, because for this one random round, for whatever reason, the DM puts a protective cone around you, and you're actually protected from the thunder damage, but only thunder damage for this one turn. So you said 18 points of how many points of thunder damage?
13.
13. Okay. Well, because it is one of the things that he is also vulnerable to, how would you like to do this?
Please
Oh,
don't get us
man.
using ACDC to him because you're a bard, and he's just been
Ah.
thunderstruck.
Hey,
Actually,
hey, don't get us DMCA'd.
It's actually like if my bard in another game, that's his main song. No, I take a moment looking at all my allies sliding across the ice cream. I'm like, you know what this calls for? More cowbell. As like
And-
chocolate swirls just begin going through the air towards the rock candy monster and just slam into it, and crystalline candy just explodes all around.
And that's what happens as Donuts does his best Will Ferrell impression on Saturday Night Live. He just goes ahead and whacks that cowbell, and you just see the reverberation just go and explodes this last rock candy monster, taking it out. And the battle ceases. And calm comes over the area. Let me change the
Oh,
music
man.
so it sounds like calm comes over the area.
This sword is pretty cool. I mean, I love this thing. Does a great job.
Looks good on you too. The size proportion, especially, very intimidating.
You think so? Oh, I appreciate that.
All you hear from
Definitely-
me is
definitely not compensating.
Brody, you're still a bear. I don't know if you can understand me in this. Out here, we can't understand you.
Brody, before you change back, or if you're planning on changing back, give me a perception check.
There is an important question for this one, I guess, because is it
Your-
perception based on
It's yours. It's yours. It's
smell?
it's no,
Okay.
but it is based on your modifier. So
That is then
because wild shape and polymorph rules are different.
24.
24. Awesome. You hear just beyond sight, you hear the sound of what is almost flapping wings, just
Oh no.
as if drawn towards the noise of your battle. You see what appears to be flying through the air, a rather large bird creature with a wingspan of about 20 feet, coming not from the middle torso of the creature, but from its head. Because you passed that perception check, you also see what appears to be a small bushy tail out of the back of it, with almost spring-like hind legs in the back, and a little scrunched up little nose that kind of wiggles in front.
I'm still in bear, but I just start dancing frantically and pointing with one of my paws.
Is this like a circus act? I don't know.
As he kind of continues to refer with his paw, all of you then now do see this kind of shadowed figure flying down to inspect, but moving in very quickly. As it kind of comes in and lands down, you see this rather large, giant flying chocolate bunny just fly down and land in front of you. It kind of like looks at both of you with its sharp, pointy teeth and kind of just...
Everybody stay perfectly still.
Your sight's based on movement.
No, it's not, you dummy.
Oh, okay.
I took
What
my
are you
best
do-
guess.
What are you doing here? I haven't seen any... Well... Is that a Grateful Dead bear?
It is.
I haven't seen any... Well, any of your types around this area in a very long time. Other than that stupid Baron, but that's besides the point.
That's exactly why we're here. We're after the stupid Baron.
Oh, good, good. Well, this is gonna take you a really long time to get over there if if you're going through the mountains. What? You want to ride?
You don't mind?
You're gonna go take care of him, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
just jump on back.
We're not gonna
Oh,
take
that's
care
so
of him. We're
nice.
probably gonna kill him if that's what you-
Perfect.
I don't know.
Absolutely. That's yeah. You're reading into what I'm saying, don't you?
Well, there's no need to be coy about it. If we're discussing murder. We're not
Yeah, I
cops
mean,
or
I want
anything.
you guys are gonna go kill the guy. Yeah, that's great. You just go ahead and whack him. That's great. That's perfect.
I roll an insight check on the giant chocolate bunny.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Can I roll an insight check to see if I should come out of bear form?
This
Sure.
Bunny is the
11.
is a narc.
11.
Bunny's a
I mean,
narc.
he seems like he's
a cop.
he seems like he's truthful. I mean, he doesn't seem like he's he seems like he comes from like some very mean streets somewhere, almost like he's like a city bunny, but
I can relate. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. He's been
23 on
around. A what?
23 on my insight check to see if I should come out of my bear form or not.
I mean, you gather that like from where you are to where you're going, you gather the journey's gonna be longer than your wild shape can persist, so probably wouldn't hurt to just come out of it and take a rest so you can get it back.
Okay. I dance just a little bit longer and then come out.
Okay.
Donuts, I refer to you on this. What are you thinking?
Well,
You're kind of from the streets, and I'm getting the
Right,
sense
right.
that this is a streets bunny,
Oh.
chocolate bunny.
that's exactly what I could tell. You know, those of us in the Cupcake Gang, we know a thing or two about a thing or two, and I could tell this bunny also knows a thing or two or a thing or two. It's definitely rock salt to the earth. You know, perfect on like dark chocolate. It knows what the deal is. I think we can trust
Hey,
it.
hey, D, are those multiplicative or additive? Because is that 6 things or 8 things?
Take your
explain
pick,
it.
whichever's better.
I'll
Okay.
explain it. We can figure
basically-
it out later, Brody.
Basically, if you were to make an order, you'd order a baker's dozen. It's more than you expect.
How are we gonna fly on this rabbit?
You saw me fly down here, didn't you? Or did you? I mean, you're the one that spotted me from a mile away. I flapped my ears. What do you?
Yeah,
Duh.
you flap your ears, but I'm a big dude.
I'm a big dude too, and you see him like wingspan, ear span, 20 feet long, but he is just as long as his wingspan, or his ear span. So you have plenty of places to grab purchase, whether you're a furbolg or a bear.
All right, I'm gonna hop on. I guess
Yep.
that's what we're gonna do.
Trust the
I'll go ahead
bunny.
and hop on the shoulders.
Something tells me if I contest this too much, it's gonna prove difficult for our journey. So I'm gonna hop on.
You just
Okay.
don't want to get turned into a plant again.
I'm not being turned into a plant. It's a condition that I have. This has been established, Brody. I've explained this to you 100 times.
Potted plant.
You know what's funny? I can make him dance as a potted plant.
What's really funny is that I can talk to him as a potted plant.
Goblin.
All right, we're gonna let's just go. Let's just move forward.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just go. Let's. What are we waiting for? You guys are gonna take out the guy? Let's go take out. Like, I mean, I can't get in the door, but you guys are gonna take
We're
out
all
the
on
guy.
your
Let's
back
go.
right now. We're waiting on you.
Yep.
All right, well, relax. And he just like you see him kind of like, boing, kind of like hop up, and you just see his like big ears just kind of like.
Can
And
we
in
get
the
that
back,
boing
you
sound? I didn't hear the boing,
Boing?
sound effect quite clear. There, okay, thank you.
yeah, and you see. In addition to his ears flapping, you also kind of see almost like a propeller motion with his tail just kind of keeps spinning. It's a very weird sight to see, especially because like it's a chocolate bunny. But he continues to fly down. It's actually he's also got multiple colors. It's like one of those like Easter chocolate bunnies. It's got like milk chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, like all white chocolate, dark chocolate, milk, like all the different kind of colored chocolates with like different dyes and stuff like that. And he continues to kind of fly you guys down over the maple syrup swamp, which
Ooh.
as you kind of look down, you actually do see that the entire swamp is actually covered with this big giant sludge of what almost looks like maple syrup pudding monsters that kind of just like all glide in and around. In addition to a number of like rock candy corn method clouds that kind of all spiral around and like kind of meander their way. But he flies you over all of that without
Now
any
that
harm
would have
coming
been
to
a
you.
sticky situation.
We'd be moving slower than molasses if we had to
Oh
deal with
God.
that.
While they're throwing puns at each other, I want to lean over and put my ear to the bunny
Mm-hmm.
and just knock very like stealthily to hear if it's hollow or a not hollow bunny.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check. Why not?
See if this will tell us something about its intentions. 26.
26. It does not notice you as you kind of are just like hanging on to it, and you go ahead and knock, and you hear almost the sound of like just hollow.
Oh no.
It's like,
I'll convey to the group. I think its intentions might be hollow. We have to be on our guard.
Can I throw all three of them into the swamp?
sure.
It looks like someone put an awful lot of effort into.
Go ahead and
creating that
make
swamp.
go ahead and make a strength check at disadvantage against everybody else's strength checks at advantage. Go for it.
At advantage? Okay.
Yes, everybody else make a strength athletics check if you have proficiency in it at advantage. Brody's at disadvantage.
There's no. You beat a 26.
8.
8.
17.
16.
20,
Brody, you
26.
try really hard, but man, they just have a really good purchase onto this chocolate bunny. And they kind of like see you kind of try to bump into them and they are able to resist it, but your comrade just tried to knock you off of this flying bunny.
Just trying to give you hugs, man.
Insight
Oh,
check on whether he was trying to give us a
love.
hug. Can I insight whether he's trying to give us a hug?
Sure. Deception check on Brody.
4.
Oh, jeez. Deception check, Brody.
Hold on, I had to find what my deception was.
Oh, Jesus. We don't even need, like, the audience donations, apparently. They're just going to implode themselves.
This is beautiful. I got a 3.
Oh, my God.
You were trying,
He just tried to knock you off of this bunny.
Brody. What's going on, man? I feel like your normal, sort of jovial, light nature kind of betrayed you there. You're acting kind of wild and spontaneous. I don't know what was going on.
You hit me with something in that fight back there, and it hurt my brain.
I don't remember the fight too well, but I don't think that's true. We'll let it slide this time, but maybe it's just being up high on the bunny that's got you. I think we'll all be okay, you guys.
Normally I like being high.
No, I know, Brody. We can worry about that later once we land.
Okay. I'm gonna lay down.
Can we
You do some thinking about what happened.
can we see if we're making like progress towards the direction?
Yeah, you are making
Baron's
progress
castle?
towards it. You do know that the Butterscotch Barracks is in the heart of the maple syrup swamp, and as you continue to fly further, you do gain the benefits of takes a while, but you do gain the benefits of a long rest.
Ooh.
As you continue to fly. Not necessarily just because of the fact that you're flying, or not because of the fact that it takes so long, but more just because of the fact that being up this high in the air almost seems to have some sort of magical healing properties to it. Almost as if you're like just high on life or something.
Something.
Or something. High on something. As you continue to fly, I mean, at one point, Brody does get a little bit hungry and does have a snack at one point on the way there, and munches on something. But you are able to continue to fly, and as he explains to you while you're flying, Curtis drops you off in front of the Butterscotch Barracks and turns to you all and goes, "All right, now go take care of that guy, all right? He's been nothing but trouble. I mean, I've been dealing with it, like, it's just been nothing but trouble. So much of the mountain the mountain's melting, and like the ice, there's like more dangerous creatures because of the fact that it's melting. Like those rock candy things that you were fighting never came out until this thing, until he stole something. He's been like causing nothing but trouble. Just go take care of him, please."
Thanks, Curtis.
Thanks, Curtis.
See ya.
How'd y'all know his name was Curtis?
Oh, we chatted. He knows
While you were
Carl.
sleeping.
Apparently, he and Carl have like a book club or something.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh yeah, if you see Carl, tell him I said hi.
Will do.
Oh, I just feel like you know everybody here. This is kind of incredible.
Look,
It's like
I get
a
around,
short
okay?
slump.
Like the Cupcake Gang would infiltrate a lot, and look, fortunately I kept the good contacts.
The good contacts, but not all. There were bad contacts, is what I'm hearing.
Hey, yeah.
A lot
A
of
few.
holes in these stories, donuts.
It'll give you a cavity or two, that's for sure. It'll give you a toothache.
No, I'm sorry. There are a lot of holes in these donuts. Oh man. Okay, sorry. That was a good one. Anyway, as
If you donate money, we'll stop making puns.
No.
that is a lie. That is a lie.
We're at 10,485. If you get us to 11,000, we'll stop making puns.
Sort of a temporary pun reward.
Yeah, I know, right? Or there can be a dragon, whatever. Anyway.
We'll suffer either way.
Yeah, we'll suffer either way. So you are at the foot of the Butterscotch Barracks. You see these towering spires of solid butterscotch. Like, it's hard, you can't see through them. It's this like really boring kind of like tan colored spires that kind of are up in front of you. There's also a gate in the front of this barracks that's open, and unguarded.
I turn to the group real quick. All right, guys. I think we're gonna have a big fight on our hands. You guys cool if I conjure up a little help, just in case we get in a scrap?
Yeah, and also I don't really need this invisibility thing. Like I figure I kind of go in, kind of sword blazing. You know what I mean? So if someone else wants this, I don't really need it. Does anyone want?
I mean, I'm happy to take it. I think if I'm out of sight, out of mind, it might be have an advantageous shot. So
Okay.
It'd help Dr. Scones, yeah.
I'll give it to Dr. Scones.
If you guys don't mind taking a moment, I'm going to do the performance of creation to create a large object. I'm going to create a large, large in D&D size, cupcake with
Okay.
massive pink icing swirl and matching folded wrapper like my armor with a big old cherry on top. And be like, okay, now once that's ready, gonna do the animating performance, and now we have a dancing cupcake that follows us around.
Oh, that's how big is it?
Everybody
it's large,
sees
so it's
this.
like-
It's a large, so I imagine it's probably like 7 foot by 8 foot tall, 7 foot diameter.
Andy Master, how creepy is this on a scale of like 1 to 20? Would you say?
Like 65.
Y'all,
Okay.
y'all all see this, don't you? Please tell me that y'all see this.
I
Yeah.
see it.
Unfortunately.
It's very.
Okay.
I trust it's gonna help us, Donut. So thank you. Good job.
I'm telling you, the cupcake is the man.
I'm excited to get this new cloak to help us stay hidden.
And with that, a rumbling appears beneath your feet as 2 large gummy bears begin to crawl up from the ground. And we're going to take a short break. So we're actually going to take a quick bathroom break. We'll see you in about 5-10 minutes for the climax and finale of whatever is to come here in the land of the Confectionery Kingdom. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody. So I will make one big mention here. So somebody discovered the golden ticket, and everything, all the rewards, by the way, in the little marketplace there, or whatever it's called, are now going to be at half price. So everything is half off, with the exception of gummy bears, because it's just everyone's going to explode. But all of the rewards that you can claim in the donation and the link that's in the chat there are going to be half off of what they were before. So ignore the thing on the screen that says that like the deck of many is 150 or what. It's half that. So everything is half. So let chaos reign. All right. So last we left off, 2 gummy bears were coming out after you. So let's see here. One's going after you, Brody, and the other one's going after you, Donuts.
Okay.
I'm gonna need dexterity saving throws from both of you.
And I look at Indiana and I say, gummy bears. Why did it have to be gummy
Yes,
bears?
Grim Faded. That means that the dragon is only 100.
I was waiting for the gummy worms on that
Why
one.
ask that question?
17.
Okay.
Oh,
Are these the fire gummy bears or the
completely
poison?
failed.
These are the fire gummy bears.
Okay.
So what did you say, Brody? 3? All right, so 9 points of fire damage to you, Brody, and 4 to you, Donuts.
Okay.
Because of the half. Also, Donuts, you all of a sudden get a very strange, just your heart begins to race like crazy, as if a sugar rush of just crazy magic is going through you 4 times over. So first one, everybody within 30 feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage. So
Including me?
no, not including
Okay.
you.
And I look at you and go, dude, I've been there. Sit down, just drink some water. Just gotta ride it
Gonna
out.
help you through.
Brody, you take 3 points of necrotic damage. Donuts, you gain 3 hit points.
I'm already maxed. Can they be temp?
Well, you gained. Well, you lost 4 a second ago, so you're back at.
Oh, that's right. You're
Yeah,
right.
they
I
will be
forgot.
they will be temp after this. Atomic, the fireball, you take 5 points of necrotic damage. Donuts, you get 5 additional hit points that roll over into temporary hit points if they go over
goodness.
that. And then Indiana Scones, you take 1 point of necrotic damage that then rolls over into Donuts. Here comes the second one. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Um,
that sounded like it was a good one.
Sure. We'll roll. Oh, it's only 1. All right. 1
Taraz.
no, 1 marshmallow peep appears in front of you in a non-occupied space within 60 feet of you and is frightened of you, and then oh wait, this isn't the one that explodes like the one for the barbarian well magic table. Never mind. Oh. All right, well, let's finish these first. Oh man. Baron Butterscotch ain't gonna do shit. Or stuff. You are now immune to being intoxicated by alcohol for 6 days. And then
All right, buddy.
one more. Okay. A small candy corn robot appears next to you and is under your control or under my control for the next minute, but it is your ally. With that said, you hear another sound of wings just.
Oh, it's the bunny again, of course.
No, this time it's not a bunny.
Oh.
This time you see a rather large creature with almost lollipop-like appendages coming out of it. And it seems to be made up entirely of just different kinds of flavors of hard candy. As it comes down, it rips down into the ceiling of Baron Butterscotch's barracks and begins to just claw into, and also not noticing you quite yet. This is very much a large candy dragon as it begins to continue to just claw into the top of this building, ravenous with some sort of blind anger and destructive wrath. What would you like to do?
I think maybe it's this one that doesn't only responds to movement. I don't know. What should we do?
Feed him the cupcake. Feed him the cupcake.
While they're debating, I'm gonna cast.
By the way, the dragon's name is Grim Fated. Thanks, Grim Fated, for the dragon.
I'm gonna cast Fire Shield on myself.
Okay, you cast Fire Shield on yourself.
I'll feed it the cupcake. Come on, Donuts. You're being selfish here.
But the cupcake's gonna help us.
This is how it's gonna help us.
Yeah, let it help by feeding the hungry dragon.
I mean, it's helping. It's going into Baron. Oh man, should I really feed the cupcake?
What does it do?
Yeah, what does this cupcake do?
It's gonna make the dragon stronger.
it beats up things.
It beats up things. Okay, so
You see the cherry on top? It whips it around as a mace and beats things up.
Oh, okay. Let chaos
Would you say
reign.
in that case that it's sort of a stud muffin?
Nice.
Yeah. Brody. Suddenly appearing out of the ether next to you is a
Jelly beans.
Thank you. Is a humanoid-looking figure made entirely of jelly beans, clad in plate armor, and goes, "I fight for your honor." A draw from the deck of many things revealed the knight card.
Feed the knight to the dragon.
Do
Come
y'all
on.
see this?
We'll just push.
Does everyone see this?
By the way,
Yes.
Atomic, you can ride on the cupcake. It can fly.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Wait,
This is
hold on. So we have a couple allies. We have a small candy cane robot. We have this
Yes.
large muffin, and now we have a jelly bean knight.
yes.
Is the dragon within talking distance?
Sure.
I'm gonna, because I'm not in bear form yet. I would first.
That's
like
the only
to-
reason why.
I would first like to try to negotiate with the dragon, and to do that, I'm gonna walk up and go, "Dude, bro, like, dude, really? Dude. That's my entire negotiation. That's my entire argument.
Dude. Persuasion check at advantage.
Actually, damn, that was way better than I thought it would be. That's a 21.
Holy crap. Yeah. It just goes, dude, sweet. And it continues to keep burrowing into the barracks.
I mean, the freaking butterscotch dude, right?
Screw that guy. And he continues to and then you just see these this assortment of like Tootsie Rolls and other candies just kind of start breathing out of his mouth, almost like fire, just and continues to the barracks is on fire. The barracks is on fire. The barracks is on fire.
We don't need no water.
Let that barracks burn.
Radio
Guys,
edit.
he doesn't like the butterscotch dude any more than we do.
But we keep going. Let him do his thing.
Yeah. I'm starting to get the sense that like no one likes this guy like at all. Like I feel like every single character. I mean, Jelly Bean Knight. What do you think? Do you like this guy or what's going on with you?
Sounds like a dick to me.
All right, that's good enough for me.
For being a bear and butterscotch, you must leave a sour taste in everyone's mouth.
Oh.
So I didn't get the name of Jelly Bean Knight, Candy Corn Robot, or the Giant Cupcake. So I just want to make sure I have all of their names.
Yep.
So that I can refer to them.
Yeah,
So
I totally understand where you're coming from. That's completely understandable. So we've got
It's a reasonable request.
Candy Corn Robot is Cavity.
Yep.
Helping the Candy Master out at every turn there, Donuts.
Yeah, we got.
It's my Candy Corn Robot, okay?
Yeah, we got Cavity. The Jelly Bean Knight is called Butterbean.
Nice.
Yeah. And then what was the other one you wanted?
Cupcake?
Yeah,
The giant cupcake.
Oh, Chip.
Chip.
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah.
And I believe off in the distance, I see another dragon.
Oh Jesus, you do. You do actually see it off in the distance.
But this one I want to communicate with also.
Okay.
And I'm going to intimidate this one. And to intimidate this one, I'm going to go, dude, bro.
Can I assist
Come
him in
on,
intimidation?
Sure.
Bro.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make your intimidation check with advantage because of the extra help.
I'm just hyping him up with cowbell and like slap my chest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no.
It's a 21 too.
21 too. Bro? Dude.
Come on, man.
Dude. And he also, this one actually is it's actually just Curtis. You didn't really have to do a whole lot of convincing, but he's just like, he's also high on life for whatever reason. He begins to do the same and begins to claw into the top of this barracks as well, breaking through the top layer of this castle. You guys are just still standing at the front gates, just going, dude.
Well, they got the top. We're still getting paid at the end of this, right? If we get this sweet roll, but like I'm not sharing with Cavity or Butterbean. They sort of didn't even help in the earlier situations. They're not going to come in at the end and sort of take full credit. I mean, I appreciate what's happening.
I think we need to take out the Baron, and then we might have to have words with Butterbean and Cavity and Chip, and maybe even
and Grimfaded and Curtis.
and Grimfaded, yeah.
As long as we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Here, yeah, I guess So they're just breaking in. Do we expect that Baron Butterscotch is in this place with the sweet? Do you guys want to go inside or like?
Let's go. Should we sneak in?
Let's sneak
I'm
through
just
the
gonna walk
flames.
in.
They're
At
gonna
this
be
point, the
distracted.
dragons are either helping me or afraid of me. I'm just walking in.
All right, you all walk in. As you continue to walk in, you see in front of you, as bits and pieces of the cast of the barracks begin to kind of fall from the ceiling, you see in front of you what appears to be the sweet roll on a pedestal further into the chamber in front of a rather large
Oh, come on.
in front of a rather large throne. You look up at the ceiling and you see the picture or a depiction of Baron Butterscotch with his long blonde mustache and his blonde hair. Very fancy looking hat and long yellow cape. But no one appears to be in this room other than the fact that the ceiling continues to crumble down on top of it.
Well, this is easy. There's a pedestal up there with the artifact. Sorry, the item that we want on it. I'll just go up and grab it off the pedestal.
No, it's in
See.
cavity.
Do you have something to say, Indiana Scones?
I feel strongly about this moment
Okay.
that there's something we need to do here, and I'm going to take out a small bag, and I'm going to rip open like 30 pixie sticks, and I'm going to start pouring the pixie sticks into the bag, and
I
then I'm
don't
going to look at the
understand
bag,
Okay.
look at the bag,
I trust you.
2 more pixie sticks in there, and then I'll sleight of hand this movement. I've got this. I've trust me.
I
So,
trust.
so you all move forward, right?
Yeah.
All right. As you move forward, you step into some sort of translucent film. And as you do, you feel yourself begin to float, almost as if suspended in some sort of gelatinous substance. Unknowingly to yourself, you are actually walking into a rather large gelatinous jello. It's a gelatinous cube. But a very large gelatinous cube. And walking into it, you take 10 points of sugary acrid acid damage.
All of us?
Yes. As you walk into it, you then notice that inside this gelatinous cube, almost like a card of like sugar candy floats out of the way, and beyond it, dissolving out, you see the same picture that you saw before, but this time the Baron frantically running around like a chick with his head cut off as the barracks around him are caving in on top of him. The sweet roll still standing on the pedestal, but him and his rock candy minions are freaking out. You are all inside of a gelatinous cube right now. What would you like to do? Well,
Can I cast polymorph on the?
Let's roll initiative first. How's that?
Okay.
sound?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, because you're beating me to my punch.
Sorry, I got overexcited.
Indiana Scones.
17.
17. Donuts.
Natural 20 for 24.
Nice. Brody.
15.
15. And Atomic the Fireball.
18.
18. All right. And I guess I'll roll for the gelatinous cube, but it ain't going anywhere. It really isn't going anywhere. Or the Jello cube. And then for Baron Butterscotch.
Yeah, and Candy Master, we have a request for the.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Can the dragon join? Absolutely, the dragon can join. So Baron Butterscotch is gonna be a, and then the 2 dragons. Let's see here.
And at this point, just to make chat feel like they're getting their money's worth here, I'll give the one that I intimidated the finger on the way into the gelatinous cube. So,
So you're giving Curtis the finger?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then
Grim Fade, it's cool. It's Curtis that we have a problem with.
Yeah.
I never liked Curtis, even from the beginning.
I don't trust
Yeah.
him.
Grim
He's a
Faded is
narc.
totally cool, but Curtis.
Yeah, Grim Faded.
Curtis is a dick. Oh. Curtis rolled a 1. Shit, I didn't think I was gonna have to bring Curtis from one side to the other, so this is gonna be a fun thing for me to bounce back and forth with. Yeah, Curtis rolled a 1 and his initiative is a 1. Sweet. Starting off at the top of the initiative order,
Now we just
Donuts.
got a wild magic.
Oh, Donuts just got a wild. Oh, we got a wild magic. Oh, okay, hold on. Never mind.
another wild
Hey,
magic.
Donuts, it's a wild magic for you.
Let's go.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the magic wheel. For the next minute, you can see any invisible creature that you have line of sight to it. Well, that would have been useful a while ago, because you're in one. Let's give you a different one. How's that sound? You gain
right.
resistance to all damage for a minute.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
I'll take it.
I
All
think
right.
you should keep the sea invisibility because then you could see the crap out of this cube we're in.
All right, Donuts, you are inside the gelatinous Jello cube. What would you like to do?
I just say, like what I said before was a sticky situation. This is a sticky situation. I'm gonna cast polymorph on the giant cube if I can.
Sure.
Okay. I think it's a wisdom save, if I remember correctly.
Oh, Jesus.
Let me double check. Yes, wisdom save.
Oh, thank goodness it's a -2. 14.
14, that fails. The giant gelatinous cube turns into a tiny cotton candy bunny.
Aw, look at you. And it turns into a cotton candy bunny. How does that work? If you're in the cube, and then the cube gets smaller, and you're in the cube,
I assume
we
it
get
takes the
extruded.
nearest unoccupied space.
Yeah,
is that what polymorph does?
I think so. I'll look it up.
I'm reading
That's,
it now to try to see. It says its gear melds into the new form. The creature can't
Are we-
activate, use, wield, or otherwise benefit from any of its equipment, but it doesn't say.
Doesn't say anything about space.
Well, it doesn't say anything about the contents of its stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Do you consider us gear that the? I wouldn't think we would be considered gear that the
No.
that it's
No,
wearing.
but then the question is, if we occupy the space of a bunny's stomach, then I would think that we would do more hit points than the bunny has.
Yeah.
Well, try to be clever.
Well, you were clever for a minute. So you, the bunny, the gelatinous cube begins to morph back down into a small bunny, but then within the blink of an eye, the bunny explodes with you all falling out into the unoccupied space next to it. However, is now a gelatinous cube behind you. You are now in the room with Baron Butterscotch, his hard candies, the dragons, and the entire barracks falling around and around you.
Okay. So that's my action, I guess.
Hey, you're all out of the
Has-
cube.
Are Cavity, Butterbean, and Chip all on the other side of the cube?
Absolutely, they are.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, because it is Donuts, Chip and Cavity all get to act on this turn as well. So what does Chip do while I bring up Cavity's stat block?
So I have to use my bonus action to command Chip.
So that's up to you if you want to do that. You have a bonus action still available to you.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was going to do. And I can do a Bardic Inspiration in addition to commanding. So I will command Chip to go over to Baron Butterscotch if he can fly 30 feet over to him and whack him with the cherry mace.
I'm trying to find. There we go. There's one. So you wanted to have him go over there and whack him with the mace? Sure. Go ahead and roll an attack roll for Chip.
All right. That is a 27
That'll hit.
for
This is gonna be a lot of fun.
13 points of force damage.
14 points of force damage.
13.
13. Okay.
Oh, that's completely different then.
And in addition to that, I would like to inspire Brody by just singing watermelon sugar high.
All right.
As another spectral cupcake comes over to you and begins circling around your head.
Awesome. Upon that, 2 more gummy bears appear out of the ether, attacking Indiana Scones twice. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, Indiana Scones.
Will do. Is a 23.
That succeeds, and you take probably no damage because of evasion. Or,
Yep.
Yep, so you take no damage. These 2 gummy bears come up, and you're just like, yeah, right. And you just kind of swash away.
And I look over at Indy and say,
You just
asps.
kick them
Very
into
dangerous.
the gelatinous jello, and they just explode inside the gelatinous jello, doing no
Like, tell me to
damage.
go first, Brooks. I mean, Bernie.
Asps, very dangerous. You go first.
You go first.
And with that, Atomic the Fireball's turn. What would you like to do?
Trying to get advantage. So the butterscotch is kind of like running around, milling about, getting attacked by this cupcake. What is Curtis and Grimfaded doing? They're in the building or no? Or they're outside?
They're
the
both breaking into the
in.
ceiling of the building right now. They're both kind of in this position. Well, first of all, Curtis saw Brody flip him off, so his attention appears to be all on Brody right now. Curtis
Bring him on
appears.
board, Brody.
Yeah, Curtis is all on Brody right now. Grim Faded appears to have his focus completely on Baron Butterscotch. Her focus on Baron Butterscotch.
Focus. I am not letting the. I'm gonna attack Curtis if he's trying to get at Brody.
Okay.
If they're trying to get at Brody.
Okay.
But I'm gonna get close. I'm gonna rage.
Can I make a recommendation that maybe you hold your action until I can give you some assistance to get a better attack advantage on Curtis?
No, I'm so mad at Curtis. I'm gonna straight go for it. I appreciate the help, Brody, but I have to defend your honor. And I'm gonna, and I'm going to rage. So it's gonna be 3 fire damage.
Okay.
I think just to be clear, it's pretty clear that Curtis is gonna is going for Brody. Yeah.
Yeah.
First attack is 16.
That misses.
Okay. Next one is going to be
Sorry, Jacob. We might take longer than 10 minutes.
23.
That hits.
Okay. That's going to be 6 plus 6, 12 slashing, and 5 ice damage.
So it's 17. That actually does double damage as well as you slice into him with that sharpened peppermint stick greatsword, dealing a good chunk of damage as it slashes into the chocolate outer shell of Curtis, the bunny dragon, or the chocolate bunny dragon. 2 more sets of gummy bears.
Sorry, I wanted to add. I want to do Fury of the Small and add 8 damage to that.
Okay, 8 more damage. Okay. More gummy bears and even more gummy bears. Okay, cool. So one is going. This is funny. All right, one of them is going after Brody. 2 are going after Brody, and 1's going for donuts. Dexterity saving throws. These are the poison variety.
Poison variety. Okay.
16.
Succeeds.
25.
All right, 25. So 19 points of damage, halved to 9 to you, Brody, and then 2 points of damage, half to 1, half to 0 to you, Donuts.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I need to put something in this cocoa. Needs marshmallows. Anyway, does that end your turn?
Can Candy
Atomic
Master
Fire.
chat would like to know how much for a guaranteed TPK.
Still my turn. Is it still my turn, by the way?
Atomic, finish your turn, and then we'll talk.
I am going to try and I saw what Indiana Scones was trying to do, and I figured getting at the sweet roll, which is really the reason we're here, is probably the best way to try and end this. So I'm going to run over. With my mobile feat, I can do it without. Since I did a melee attack, I can run over without getting an opportunity attack. I'm going to run over to Indiana Scones, ready to assist him.
Okay, so what are you doing? Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
That's okay. I'm going to run over to Indiana Scones and attempt to help him as best I can to help him facilitate the plan that he was originally going for before we ran headfirst into the gelatinous cube.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Ending your turn. It is Indiana Scones' turn. Scones, what are you doing, Scones?
I have a lot I want to do this turn, so you tell me if I can do it.
Okay, well, let's see if you do.
I want to grab Atomic. I want to activate my wing boots. I want to fly past Curtis and throw Atomic onto Curtis's back. And then if I could end my flight at the pedestal, bonus action, try and make the switch. Might be too much. You let me know.
Go ahead and make a athletics check, Atomic.
Athletics?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At advantage because you're getting a boost.
Well, and you're raging anyway, so you should have it.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yes. So advantage on strength checks. I got a 19.
You bound off of Indiana Scones, sinking the sinking the sharpened peppermint stick into the hide, the outer shell of Curtis, clutching on and being able to hold yourself steady there. Give me a damage roll, Scones. Hold on 1 second. Give me a damage roll.
Just went under the bed. 14 slashing and 3 cold damage.
Oh, wait. Okay. And then Scones, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check at advantage.
Oh, yeah. That's a 30.
And with that, you are able. You asked for chaos, and your chat has brought down the chaos. Yeah, they have. You are able to take the. You are able to make the switch of the sweet roll and your bag of pixie sticks powder, not triggering the giant, everlasting gobstopper of doom trap that was set up just behind the throne, and you now have the magical sweet roll in your possession.
You did it.
Ending your turn. Now it's the Baron's turn. The Baron has a giant.
He's got a big old cupcake in his face.
Yeah, he does. He is going to look at his stat block and figure out what the heck he's doing. Seeing you take the sweet roll. Actually, he is going to point at Grim Faded and cast a spell. Grim Faded needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
The tension is palpable.
It is
yes.
palpable. It's a very... That's a natural 1 for a 14 on the Constitution save. However,
Legendary resistances.
that's true. If only he had any. It's I'm using the adult red dragon stat block, so he doesn't have any.
I'm glad you told me what stat block to use because that's going to become important in a second.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because he has been banished to a harmless demiplane, and he will have to remain there until the spell ends.
Did you see chat, Candy Master?
because Baron Butterscotch is a legendary creature, he points to you, Indiana Scones.
Oh no.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
Indy.
Oh, sorry.
Someone-
I missed that was me. Wisdom
mean,
saving throw.
at
I
disadvantage.
was in shock. That's a Spanish 10.
10. Baron Butterscotch looks at you and commands you to stab the sweet roll. You take out a dagger,
Oh no.
you plunge it into the heart of the sweet roll, destroying the artifact, causing a massive magical explosion that leaves a proverbial crater for the next 50 square miles, destroying everything in its wake. Killing all of you. Curtis, grim-fated, suddenly appears back into the plane of existence and dies, as well as Cavity, Butterbean, and Chip.
Can I turn into a plant? Does that help?
Right before you die,
Hold on.
as a plant.
You can, but you turn into a plant, and then the plant pot breaks, and then you die again. No. And with that,
And the last words from Brody are, Indy, I said cover your heart.
Dr. Scouts.
and with that, Grim Fated has destroyed everybody. That is amazing. That is insane.
Thank you so much, Grim.
Somebody
Thank you.
actually
Thank you.
put in
Thank you.
somebody actually crushed it and put in like 1K. That is insane.
That was
That
actually
is
Grim
awesome.
Fated that
Yeah.
did it.
That is nuts.
Insane.
So Grim Fated
Insane.
killed his own dragon to kill us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Grim Fated. Thank you,
Grim
everybody.
Fated.
This has been
Yeah.
amazing. This has
And
been awesome.
yes.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you to all the people who donated. Thank you to all these amazing players.
Thank you to
Thank
our
you.
wonderful Candy Master.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, thank you, Candy Master.
Thank you to Ashley the Bard, and Are You Sure You Want to Do That? And all of them for kind of putting this on, giving us the forum to kind of do this in the first place. Yeah, this is amazing. Stay tuned. So now that we're done here in 10:30, Jacob Budd from XP to Level 3 will have another game coming up here at 10:30. So make sure you stick around for that. And sorry, go ahead.
No, just before we sign off here, I know I've said it before I got off my game on Thursday night. Again, to all of you guys that are playing with us, thank you. Everybody in chat, honestly, this has been remarkable. I talked to a few of the channels just after some of the games, and I just want to let you guys know and put it out there publicly that for me, this has been more than just a week of a few games that to raise money for a charity. This is something that Ash has worked on for a very long time. I've helped to try to put all this together, but being able to see this, and yeah, we have Ashley, Mary, Gil, all the people from Are You Sure You Want to Do That that have come together to bring this all together has been amazing. And Mary stepped in to host when I was having an absolute meltdown Thursday because of the kind of things that are going on in my life. That to see this come together at a time when I needed this kind of support, that is what this is about, is to offer people that need this outlet, that need the support system, a place to go. And for me, I needed it now. And without having to say anything, it was provided for me because I had all these people that were ready and available and friendly faces and welcoming chat. And to show this is available to everybody out there is huge. Right now, with all the craziness that we've got going on, to be able to say there are people that know you are not a critical failure, that you are not worthless, that you mean something to somebody, that is so important. And I just can't thank you enough for everything that's been done. Yeah, absolutely. What, yeah, I mean, we can go Korean with it and do the single hand heart. It's everything. This has been just remarkable. So thank you to everybody. And Grim Faded, the Nightbot will come get you.
Inflated has TPK'd me twice in less than 24 hours. So I'm getting a T-shirt that says that, I think.
There should be a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thanks, guys. Thank you again. Stay tuned for the next one. We love you. Remember that, and we'll see you all again soon.
Thank you.